It's hot. We're about to go live. We're hitting the live button. Anything you say, can't take it back. It is live.
But anyway,
We are officially live.
using the same bass line.
We're about to go live. We are live. Let me put this link.
Shabbat shalom.
Put this link. The YouTube
Who's coming up?
email. The link, got the link on
Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat Shalom, email.
Shabbat shalom, Akim.
Shabbat shalom, man. Shabbat shalom.
Again, question as we not gonna work, bro. Keep telling this guy.
Man, he's retarded. Man. Somebody keep doing stuff like that. He's supposed to be coming on.
Did you send him the link?
I left it in, it's on YouTube.
Okay.
You call him this Facebook, this messenger again. Tell him the thing is not, he's not gonna not gonna hit the call. Not listening. I don't want to. Question. We got any questions? Is there any question?
I got a question.
Yes, sir.
In Mark chapter 5, verse 9.
Mark chapter 5, verse 9. Okay.
Okay. Why did Jesus want to know this demon's name?
Why do you want to know his name?
Come.
Back in the first century, what you have is this: when you would cast a demon out, certain people cast a demon out by using the demon's name. So in instances, you would ask the demon's name, right? And then you would speak the name to cast him out in the Most High. Cast out so-and-so, right?
Wow,
Cast out his name, right?
Now,
not that Christ needed
right.
to know his name.
Right.
I'm gonna show you an instance where Christ cast a demon out
Okay.
and he didn't know his name.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
That was the thing. When someone casts a demon, like when someone casts a demon out in this time and they knew his name, the people was like, other people have done that. That's not really special.
Okay.
Right? But then when Christ did it and he did it without knowing the demon's name, that's when they paused and was like, hold up. That ain't never been done before. Listen, when Christ did it, the people were gonna be like, that's the Messiah.
Okay.
But that's when the Pharisees jumped in and say, oh, he's doing that to the devil.
Yeah.
To Beelzebub.
Yeah,
they had to, because people was like, when they saw him do that, they're like, hold up,
no,
y'all can't do that.
Yeah.
None of y'all can do nothing like that.
Come.
This is him.
Okay.
That's when you see them jump in and was like, nah, he doing that because he dealing with the devil. He casting out the devil with the devil.
He answered that good.
Yeah. But people ain't paying attention to when they say that, because he's doing things that no one else can do.
I didn't catch that, bro. Thank you, God. Thank you.
Yeah.
Come.
Well, I want to read it. So he says, can we read here and where we at in Mark chapter 5, verse 9?
Come.
Go ahead.
Mark chapter 5, verse 9. And he asked him, what is thy name? And he answered, saying, my name is Legion, for we are many.
Legion is more than our.
Come.
Our name is Legion. For we are many. Right?
Yeah.
That's grammar.
Oh,
English grammar. I want to be clear. English grammar.
Oh,
All right. So these um so there are many these demons, there are many of them that's inside. So don't think that when someone has demons in them, it's just one. It's more than one demon in there, right? There's many demons in there. I just seen a video. I think it was Willie D. Just did a video with the Miss Jamaica, right? She committed suicide, right? But she had put videos out before suicide saying that how her mind is telling her to kill herself. She says, I don't know why. She said, but my mind keep telling me to kill myself, kill myself. So what she do, she would go to the gym, she come back, she said, I feel better now, right? She worked out. Then the next day, she said, my mind keep telling me to kill myself, like to walk on that crazy stuff. Her mind keep telling her, kill herself, constantly telling her to kill herself. She said, I don't know why. My mind keep telling me to kill myself. And she said, I don't know where this coming from. She telling us. Eventually, she did kill herself. You know what I'm saying? And she putting videos out, and I'm like, how come nobody intervened and like, no, I'm not leaving. I'm staying right here with you constantly.
Right.
Yeah, I'm not. You talking? No.
right.
No. You can't be alone at this point. When someone say that my mind telling me to kill myself, they can't be alone at that point no more.
Oh.
They need 24-hour supervision.
Even if it's a straight jacket.
Yeah, they need something right. You know what I'm saying? She can't allow to be on herself just roaming around. And then she telling you her voice, her mind telling her to kill herself. You know what I'm saying? And she end up what she end up doing. You know what I'm saying? But that's demonic forces. But those things can become to you on a demon, but it could be someone trying to cast a spell on you too. Because she's the queen, and that woman she lost, she might be mad. She going through her voodoo thing, having a spirit messing with her head. All kind of stuff can be happening. You know what I'm saying? No one's telling her, look, you need to read your Bible. You can call on Christ's name. These things get them demons up off of you.
That do sound sad though. And the whole one.
Yeah, but she ain't the only one. But many people commit suicide like that all the time, based on that situation where their mind is and is telling them to do that, them do all this other stuff. But it's these demonic forces that's doing that. It's like legion, for we are many. This is what's happening. You know what I'm saying? And they don't know about Hamashiach or try to call on his name because there's power in his name. You call on his name and get them demons up off you.
See that right there. That's good the way you brought it back full circle too. Call on Hamashiach Yahweh.
Yeah.
Call that name. That's power.
That could be like parasites or something, or
Huh?
you think them could be like parasites? Like certain demons in them that
No. This is spiritual.
have them thinking a certain way.
This is spiritual. It's a spiritual thing. It's a spiritual thing where they're not inside you. They're like talking to you, but talking to you in your head, right? So it's only you hearing it. You know what I'm saying? So it's only you. It's only you hearing it. Many times when you read in the Bible, when you go into the Old Testament, right? The angel is there. He's invisibly just there. He'll talk to you, but only you hearing it in your head. Only you can hear it, right? Many times when you read about Samuel going to go anoint David, right? He goes to anoint David. He tells Jesse, "Bring your sons out."
Yeah.
He brings his sons out.
Yeah.
He said, "This one." He said, and the Lord told him, "None of them."
Yes.
And I'm really like, how the Lord? He's in front of Jesse and his son. How the Lord? The angel is there just telling him, and he can hear what the angel is telling him. So the Lord said that's none of them.
Yeah.
He said, "You ain't got one more son?"
Yeah.
He said, "Oh yeah, the youngest. He's in the field." He said, "Go get him."
Yes. Yeah.
He brings him, and the Lord said, "That's him.
That's him.
Anoint him."
Yeah.
See, only he can hear what the Lord is telling him.
Yeah. Because he said that one is young. He's dismissing him already. He's like, that's the baby though. You know.
No, he's not dismissing him. He sees him. As he sees him, the Lord tells him, "That's him. Anoint him."
Okay.
The Lord said, "That's him right there. That's the one."
Okay.
And he anoints him. So it's the same situation with these demonic forces. They can be talking to you, and only you hearing. This is why she's saying, "My mind is telling me to kill myself." It's the demonic force that's telling her to do this. And she don't recognize it, like, no, that's not my mind. That's an outside entity that's telling me to do this. you have to identify, where the problem is in it. You know what I'm saying? The root of the problem and address that. It's not your mind, it's something else. That's telling you to do that. Why would you tell yourself to kill yourself? That wouldn't make any sense. It's something outside telling you to do that.
You're a risk to your own self.
No, you have to identify what's telling you to do that. She's saying it's my mind that's telling me, no, it ain't your mind. It's an outside thing talking to your mind. Only you can hear it. This is a form of what you would call telepathy, where they can communicate mentally.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? This is another spiritual aspect. I believe that is going on in the spiritual realm. They don't necessarily got to talk to each other verbally. They can do it telepathy.
Oh wow.
Just talk. This is another level of communication that, man trying to get there.
So you think with a lot of crimes that be committed, that be that voice in their head?
That'd be, yes, one of the times of that. We had that now. Yeah, the thing where the guy, he thinks it and it comes on the screen.
Yes.
And the screen is talking.
Yeah.
They get into that kind of form where they be able to do it.
Yeah. And they started that with video games. They've been perfecting them video games.
To
match.
Yeah.
I remember when they first started lining the eye up with the video game. I'm like, wow.
So they getting there. All right, who was reading?
I was.
Go ahead.
Verse 10. And he besought him much that he would not send them away out of the country. Now there was there nigh unto the mountains a great herd of swine feeding. And all the devils besought him, saying, send us into the swine that we may enter into them.
So all the devil, all of them. See, there's more than one of them. So they don't want to go back into the abyss, right? They prefer to go into some swine. All right, go ahead.
Verse 13. And forthwith Jesus gave them leave. And the unclean spirits went out and entered into the swine, and the herd ran violently down a steep place into the sea. They were about 2,000 and were choked in the sea.
So they were trying to circumvent themselves of not going into the abyss. They said, we would rather go to some pigs. He ain't gonna allow us to go to nobody else. Right? So all the options to go into some pigs. We know they're unclean, we're unclean spirits. He gonna tell us to go up in there. At least we'll still be around. Right? And maybe when he leave, we can go into somebody else. Right? But they go into the pigs and the pigs run down into the water and drown. And now they gotta go where? Into the abyss. They were trying to be slick. End up going back into the abyss in a way. Notice, demons don't want to go to the abyss. If demons don't want to go to the abyss, you don't want to go there. I'm letting you know, if they're afraid to go there, you sure the heck don't want to go there.
That's food.
You would think going to the abyss is where we live. We up in there with all our boys. We chilling. We talking. That's not how it is. They do not want to go there. That should tell you something how bad it is down there. If demons are afraid to go there.
That's food for thought right there.
Think about that for a second. They don't want to go there. All that teaching with this are about ain't no hell. They're gonna find out the hard way. They're gonna find out the hard way that no, that there is a hell. I feel sorry for them, man. I feel bad for them. Any other questions before we move on? Oh, let me show you the other one I was telling you about.
Yeah, come.
One in Matthew chapter 12.
Yeah, this is where he cast out the demon without calling his name.
Come.
I think verse 22, chapter 12, verse
You
22.
get the right verse. You were saying what?
I think it's chapter 12, verse 22.
Chapter 12, verse 22. Yeah, go ahead.
Matthew chapter 12, verse 22. Then was brought unto him one possessed with the devil, blind and dumb.
So he was blind, he couldn't see, and he couldn't talk. Go ahead.
And he healed him, insomuch the blind and dumb both spake and saw.
So he healed them. When he healed them, in so much that the blind and the dumb both spake and he saw. First, he couldn't see and he couldn't talk. Right? After he healed them, then he was able to see and he was able to talk. All right? Go ahead.
Verse 23. And all the people were amazed and said, Is not this the son of David?
See? Right here. When they saw him do that, they was amazed because they know what he just did. No one else can do that. And the next verse that you know, they were talking about he being the Messiah. When they call him the son of David, they were speaking of the Messiah. They said he's the Messiah. He just did a messianic miracle that only that the Messiah will do when he comes. That's why they said, it's not this the son of David? Isn't he the Messiah? Why? Because of the miracle that they just saw him do. He just cast out a demon. Didn't know it.
Wow.
Listen, even if he was to ask the demon his name, the person that he possessed couldn't talk. He's dumb.
Yeah, I get you.
You see me saying? So he couldn't say, he couldn't speak anyway.
Okay.
He couldn't speak anyway. Right? So he cast him out anyway without knowing his name. So I'm showing you the two places where in a place he asked their name and he got their name. And in a place where he did it without even knowing their name, the demons. And in the other one, there is no amazement there. There wasn't amazing doing that. But here you see it, and they were all amazed.
Okay.
This is a messianic miracle. And that's when the Pharisees, when the Pharisees heard them say, "Isn't the son of David?" They calling him the Messiah. They got to put a stop to that. I can't have y'all calling him the Messiah.
Right. He's here.
Because they all gonna start following him and leave them. Can't have that. Go ahead.
Verse 24. But when the Pharisees heard it.
When the Pharisees what?
Heard it.
See, when they heard what triggered them is the son of David thing that they said.
They was offended off that.
That was what shook them up. Go ahead.
They said, This fellow doth not cast out devils but by Beelzebub, the prince of the devils.
Yeah. See? What they're attempting to do is to nullify the thing about him being the son of David. No, he ain't the son of David. He's casting out demons by the king of the demons. That's what he's doing. All he's doing it. Go ahead.
Verse 25. And Jesus knew their thoughts and said unto them, Every kingdom divided against itself is brought to desolation, and every city or house divided against itself shall not stand.
Go ahead.
And if Satan cast out Satan, he is divided against himself. How shall then his kingdom stand?
Yeah, how does the kingdom stand then? See, he attacks their thinking, their logic, and show them that what you're saying is just dumb.
Dumb.
That can't be true what you're saying. That right there is a tactic I use in debates.
That's good.
I listen to what they say. I'm like, what you saying don't make no sense. And here's why it doesn't make any sense. Wow, I just that and that. You know what I'm saying? And now you have to come back and try to clarify what you're saying, because I just pointed out that what you're saying can't be the truth because it doesn't make any sense. All right, go ahead.
Verse 27. And if I by Beelzebub cast out devils, by whom do your children cast them out?
Yeah, so if I'm casting them out by the devil, and how will your children, meaning your students, how your students are doing it, showing you that the Pharisee students, they were casting out demons too. But they cast them out by having to know the demon's name. Christ didn't have to do that.
Well, how do they learn that? Who showed them that?
What?
How to cast the devil out with using the devil's name?
They're asking his name. It's an old art of asking them their names.
Okay.
And they tell you. And you use that. But again, That's why Christ said, unless your righteousness shall exceed theirs.
Right.
People don't understand. They look at the Pharisees like they all bad.
Right.
The Pharisees do have some righteousness,
Right.
and they were casting out demons.
Right.
They were doing certain
Right.
things.
Come.
Don't slip on these people.
Come.
That's why I told you last week.
Mm.
It wasn't a problem about Paul being a Pharisee. It's the oral Torah.
Come. He put off the oral
and
Torah.
being hypocrites. Yes.
Come.
Because they do have righteousness.
Come.
Christ says this.
Come.
And we see right here their students was casting out demons.
Come. Come. Come.
So it wasn't all bad with them. Right?
Come.
The same thing when you go back into Egypt, right? When Aaron threw the rod down, they're like, you ain't impressing them. We can do that. So try something different. They threw their rod down and became snakes. Do that like you ain't doing nothing special.
Right.
But when Aaron's rod ate theirs up, now it's like, hold on.
Aaron's rod,
that's different.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm showing you the negative side can do things too.
Mm-hmm.
Don't slip. You know what I'm saying?
And they see his rod more powerful. Like,
His rod is more,
God
his rod is more powerful. Right. That's what it was showing them. His rod is more powerful. But that's where the blinding and stuff comes in at many times too. Right? Mm-hmm. So he said, who was reading?
I was.
Go ahead.
Verse 27. And if I by Beelzebub cast off devils, by whom do your children cast them out? Therefore they shall be your judges.
See, therefore they're gonna judge you. The children are gonna judge you. So we see right here again, he laying it out for them. Trying to lie on me and say I'm casting them out by demons. They explaining to me then how your students do it. And that's why then your students, they ain't gonna judge you. Go ahead.
Verse 28. But if I cast out devils by the Spirit of God, then the kingdom of God is come unto you.
So we see how demons are being cast out. He casting them out by the Spirit of God. Right? That's what I'm saying to you. The Pharisees have some righteousness. Righteousness goes back to the law, statutes, and commandments. They have some kind of Spirit of God. We know 2 Pharisees buried Hamashiach and Hawashah.
Come.
Right?
Joseph was one of them.
Yeah.
Nicodemus
is the other one.
Yeah.
Right? They have some righteousness in them. Just got to get rid of that oral nonsense.
Mm-hmm. That's beautiful.
So they have some spirit in them. Yeah. It ain't all negative when it comes to the Pharisees. People don't, because they don't do their background check on the Pharisees, and they don't really study these men. They don't think about
the Pharisees was all bad.
I know. You got the perception that they have of the Pharisees that they all bad, and that's not true. That's incorrect.
So when they say son of David, are they not saying like you still calling them prince or soon to be king?
No, you calling them the Messiah.
The Messiah, that's the main thing.
Yes. When you say son of David, you're calling him the Messiah because they all knew the Messiah was going to come out of David's line. Right? So that'll be the term in the first century for someone that's the Messiah. Because they really wouldn't know his name. But based on what he's doing,
that's him.
That is him. All right, so we can leave it there. So again, this the Pharisees are not good. They're not all bad, man. They're not all bad. You know what I'm saying? So again, remember, many of the things that the Pharisees believe, Christ's church believe. The Pharisees believe in resurrection. Right. The Sadducees didn't. Right? So there was a line to some degree, except for the oral Torah. When Christ talked about these guys, he called them hypocrites and he attacking their oral. So you don't see it in this Greek and this English, but in the Hebrew Matthew, he specifically points and speaks of the oral Torah. Right? He calls it takano, ma'asim. Those are specific words that specifically directly speaks the oral Torah. Takano, ma'asim. These are the words used in the Hebrew Matthew. That you know what he's talking about. You know it's oral Torah. And of course, them being hypocrites. Telling people to do stuff that they themselves won't do it. You know what I'm saying? Putting burdens on them that they themselves would not do it with their little finger. They do all of that too as well. And besides the oral Torah, they give you a lot of burdens to do as well that they themselves wouldn't do.
Is Takano the same as saying the Tanakh?
No.
It's different.
Takano is man-made laws.
Okay.
It's man-made laws that would supersede what God said.
Okay. Okay.
Right? I'm making something that supersedes written Torah. Takano.
Wow.
Right? And my asim is me coming up with acts of things that make myself look like I'm righteous.
Mm.
Right? My asim.
Okay. Mm.
That's the oral Torah. The oral Torah negates and supersedes biblical law. So when you're doing oral Torah, to them you're ma'asim, you're righteous.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
So it does two things at the same time. Supersedes God's laws and it makes you seem like you're righteous when you're not. Well, that's just in man's eyes or in their eyes. Again, Paul talks about this stuff in Philippians. People don't, but because they don't understand what the brother is saying, because he specifically says it in there, if you understand what he's saying, he talks about it. Any other questions? Can we continue? One more question. All right, I want to go here first. Can we get second Samuel? This is the last part of the virgin birth that I didn't bring out. This is going to be quick too, though. This is not anything long. I'm gonna add this. We just need to be added to the last class I think I brought out at the end. 2 Samuel chapter 7. And verse 12.
Come. 2 Samuel chapter 7, starting at verse 12.
Let me hold on. Go ahead.
Second Samuel chapter 7, verse 12. And when thy days be fulfilled, and thou shalt sleep with thy fathers, I will set up thy seed after thee, which shall proceed out of thy bowels, and I will establish his kingdom.
Right. So the phrase that we need to lock into is which shall proceed out of your bowels. Remember, we was talking about that, and we're trying to and we looked this up, and this is intestines. This is where they go to claim that Acts 2:30, when it says out of the loins of David. This doesn't say that here.
Mm-hmm.
It says bowels,
Mm-hmm.
clearly right here,
Mm-hmm.
talking about intestines. But we know it ain't talking about intestines,
Mm-hmm.
right? Because that's not where babies or your seed come from,
Come.
right? Either in the man or the woman, right?
Come.
So what is bowels? See, now we get figured. Now we're gonna understand what this is saying,
Mm-hmm.
right? We're just gonna go further, crush the other side with this nonsense nobody came into set, right? Because they don't understand the book. Can we come to the book of Colossians chapter 3, verse 12? I'm gonna leave this up for a second. Colossians chapter 3. And we're gonna get verse 12. Okay, we got Colossians chapter 3, verse 12.
I go. Colossians chapter 3, reading at verse 12. Put on therefore as the elect of God, holy and beloved, bowels of mercy.
Stop. See that? Bowels of what? So what is bowels speaking of then? See? It says from your bowels is going to come. We know from his intestines, it's not talking literally his intestines, right?
Come.
We come to the New Testament, we see bowels are used with the word mercy. See?
Come.
Now we're getting an idea when we see the word bowels, what is really talking about. It's going off into feelings, heart, right?
Come.
So it's from something from David's mercy, from his feeling, is where it was speaking of.
Okay.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Put on, right? Because he says, Put on therefore as the elect of God. So we putting this on, right? Holy and beloved, bowels of mercy. That's where we getting from, right? Then it goes off into kindness. All this is an extension of bowels,
Feelings.
humbleness of mind, right? Meekness, long suffering. These are what this thing is kind of speaking of here, right? This is what it is saying when it comes to come from David. This is going to come from something with David's feelings, right? How he's feeling, his kindness, his humbleness of mind. This is what God has been saying is where he's going to come from. Yes, sir.
And that's where he's a man after God's own heart.
Yes.
Yes, okay. Okay. Yeah.
Right?
That's that feeling. Now he know what he gotta do because he's a man after
This is
God.
where the Messiah come. They missing it.
Okay.
He not gonna come from his loins. That's not what it. No. It's, the text specifically says bowels. We just read it.
Come.
And I'm explaining, and I mean the verse tell you more about. But we get some more verses. Get some more verses on the Bible. Let's get one. Let's get a couple of more. Let's get 1 John chapter 3 verse 17. 1 John chapter 3 verse 17.
I got it.
Go ahead.
1 John chapter 3, starting at verse 17. But whosoever hath this world's good and seeth his brother have need and shutteth up his bowels of compassion from him.
Now again, here we go again. Bowels of compassion. Now we're seeing again how it's being compared. Go ahead.
How dwelleth love of God in him?
How? See? It goes, you see, listen, they don't understand where this thing stems from. I'm gonna show you where it stems from so we can be clear. We can see some clear in the situation. We can be clear. You know what I'm saying, where this thing comes from. Because they don't understand what God is saying to David. And they don't understand the reason why David is saying what he is saying. What he's going, I'm gonna show you what he's saying. Why God even say that. That's where the Messiah is gonna come from. It doesn't make sense right now because they don't have the background.
Okay.
When something don't make sense to you, you have to go get the history. And then when you come back, you're like, nah, it makes sense.
So a lot of the times the prophets were saying stuff that they wouldn't even get.
They don't know what they're saying.
But the Most High told them to say it, so they trust it and they know.
Definitely.
They know it's real.
Definitely.
Okay.
Definitely. They knew some of it, but a lot of it is like, oh, huh?
Yeah.
Wait, what? Wait, all right, cool. No
Okay, I trust you. All right, here we go.
Let me get one more. 2 Corinthians chapter 6, verse 12. 2 Corinthians chapter 6, verse 12.
2 Corinthians chapter 6, starting at verse 12. And it reads, Ye are not straitened in us, but ye are straitened in your own bowels.
You straighten your own bowels. Right? We got love for you. You know what I'm saying? But you don't seem to have love for us. You don't think he's talking about his intestines.
You're
talking about the love. You're talking about the love is what Paul is saying here. That's how he's using this word bow. Right? Now how we go back to the history, how does this all add up and make sense that the Messiah gonna come from David? Wow, from his compassion, his feeling. How?
The breadcrumbs and connecting the dots.
Because it has to make some kind of sense. Right? Now this is where this what David says here. Can we get Jeremiah 33? Let me make sure it's 33 if I remember. Jeremiah 33, verse 17. All right, who got that?
I got it. Jeremiah chapter 33, starting at verse 17.
Yes.
For thus saith the Lord,
For thus saith the Most High,
David never want a man to sit upon the throne of the house of Israel.
David don't want a man sitting on the throne of Israel. You said it, doesn't that sound kind of strange? Because he sat on there.
Come. Yeah.
You sat on there. Why don't you want a man to sit on there? See, that don't have the history. See what the problem is? See, this statement, they do not understand what this man is saying when David said that. God is letting us listen. You're not gonna listen. Are you gonna find anywhere in the text where David literally says this? I don't want a man to sit on the throne of the Lord. Who is telling us that David is saying that?
No, sorry.
God is.
Wow.
Where is David saying this though?
In his mind.
In his feelings. This is how he feels. This is how this man feels. I'm telling you how he feels. And I've told you, he should come from his bowels, his feelings.
Wow.
This is how he feels. God letting you listen. I'm telling you how this man feels. He don't want no man on there.
That's
It's going over their head, bro.
That's deep because he knew Solomon, so he know how upright Solomon is. So he's saying, "Whoa, but still, still."
Like saying, I got a gut feeling.
Oh man, maybe because his other son,
See?
Absalom, and all of them.
We're being given detailed information into the mind and the feeling of David right here in this verse.
Wow. And who would know that?
Most.
Because I don't see David.
How would he say that? Because if he said it, then why is Solomon on the throne? If you don't want a man on there, then why put your son on there then? He didn't say this out verbally. This is how he's feeling. This is how he feel. I don't want a man on here.
Wow.
I know I gotta go, right? And God picked Solomon. But they was like, man, I want a man on there. But they don't understand why David don't want a man on there. See, that's what we got to get into. Why don't he want a man on there?
On the Most High throne. And his son, the wisest man at the time. This is son, and he one of the wisest
This
men.
is why you have to have a virgin birth. They don't get it.
You wouldn't want the wisest man, which is your son on the throne?
See what I'm saying? Let's go to the book of 1 Samuel. Yeah, see, this is what I should have added this to the end of that virgin birth video. See what I'm saying? I'm putting it. I got it now. I'm putting it in the verse. It's gonna make it even more. It's gonna add even more.
You said 1 Samuel or 2?
Yeah, first Samuel, right? And let me get.
Yeah, because he was there anyway, man. This is his son, the wisest man. So yeah, it's a gut feeling.
It's definitely the gut feeling. First Samuel, and he da 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 da. Look at the eyes, this thing, yeah. Oh, it's here. Okay, all right, it's here. Okay, so it's not there. 1 second, let me get it. Three. No, I'm gonna have to search it. Okay, 1 Samuel chapter 8. Start up. Oh no, I'm starting verse 1.
From the top?
Yeah, that's what I'm doing.
You want this one?
Yeah.
So we can just get just a little context here. Go ahead.
1 Samuel chapter 8 from the top. And it came to pass when Samuel was old that he made his sons judges over Israel.
Go ahead.
Verse 2. Now the name of his firstborn was Joel, and the name of his second Abiah.
Abiah.
They were judges in Beersheba.
Go ahead.
Verse 3. And his sons walked not in his ways, but turned aside after
Lucre.
Lucre.
Lucre, and took the brides and perverted judgment.
Yeah. The Bible's about, I'm not forgetting what lucre means. Gain. Lucre is gain. All right. Go ahead.
Verse 4. Then all the elders of Israel gathered themselves together and came to Samuel unto Ramah.
Rama, that's where he lived. Rama is where his parents lived, right? His mother, right? His mother lived there, and his father. His parents lived in Rama, right? And that's where he went back and lived in the same place where his parents lived at. You read that in 1 Samuel chapter 1 and 2, talk about his birth and his parents and where they lived. And they lived in Rama. So that's where he went to. All right. Go ahead.
Verse 5. And said unto him, Behold, thou art old, and thy sons walk not in the ways, not make us a king to judge.
Now
make us a king to judge us like all the nation.
Right. So now they want the king to judge them like all of the nations. Go ahead.
Verse 6. But the things displeased Samuel when they said, Give us a king to judge us. And Samuel prayed unto the Lord.
Took it to the Most High. Go ahead.
Verse 7. And the Lord said unto Samuel, Hearken unto the voice of the people in all that they say unto thee, for they have not rejected thee, but they have rejected me, that I should not reign over them.
See, there we have it. This is the backstory. Now this is the backstory. All right. The backstory is God is the king. He's reigning over Israel. Right? And it's the people that's saying that they want a man to be over them. All right?
So that's probably like part of us being like lost sheep, like not knowing.
No, the problem is how it was really set up is that God is our king. What God does, He'd raise up a man,
Mhm.
and he'd be with the man, with other people. And every time God does that, the majority of people that's killed is usually killed by God. Sometimes you ain't gotta do nothing. We read places the way God, they came, God like, that's too much people. I only need 300.
Wow.
Think about 300 against an innumerable multitude, and 300 go and come back with no casualties. Because who's the king that's leading the army into the battle? God is. God is their king. This is where the problem starts right here.
Mhm.
This is the issue. See what I'm saying?
God of faith. Huh?
This is what David understands. He's like, ooh, y'all, we made a mistake. We asked for a man to be leaders.
Okay.
No. David is like, this is wrong. We got it. That's why I said I don't want a man on this throne. It's got to go back to where it was.
Wow.
Here, I'm giving you the backstory. Here's where it went left.
Okay, I got it.
Went left right here.
Yes. All went left.
This is where it went left.
Oh, wow.
This is what David understands. Okay, why would he say he didn't want a man on the throne? Why wouldn't you want your descendants on the throne?
Because you know he don't mess it up.
No, because you know it don't belong to a man.
Yeah.
It does not belong to man, period. It always belonged to God. Right?
True king.
Always belonged to God.
And
David wanted to go back
to the Most High.
to God. So God said it's going to come from where? How you feel. To go back to me? Yes.
Yes.
That's where it's going to come from.
It should be.
Well, it's your throne anyway.
Because it's your throne anyway. That's what God is saying. It's what David is thinking. It's how David is feeling. That's where it's going to come from. Because his feeling is tied back to me. His mind is back to me. That's where it's going to come from. Back to me.
So the Most High blessed David with the throne, and David's feelings was to give it back to the
His
Most
mind, a mind
High.
after my own
Heart.
feeling. Your heart is talking about his feeling. He has a mind after my own feeling.
And isn't that what
That's what he had.
Isn't that what Samuel's mother did with him? She wanted a son, and the Most High gave her a son, and she gave it back to
the most. There you go.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
Quick quote, Paul.
Yes.
Back was righteously.
I gave you the throne, David. Like I'm gonna give it right back to you.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Give it right back to you. He says, "Listen, not my phone. Give back to you. What I need to do is also build you a house here.
Wow.
I'm gonna build you a house, and that's where you can throne. You can throne here."
Wow.
And God said, "It's a good thing you're thinking to do that. To one point, man. But your hand is too bloody. You can't build my house. Your hand is too bloody. But you're on point."
So I'll give it to something that you love.
Yeah.
Your son.
I think David saw the tabernacle.
Wow.
Too much movement. I need to station him in the Most High somewhere where he boom.
Right.
Right here. Bam. Now leave.
David. Right. Put it right here.
I need you to leave nowhere. Stay right here. I need you to go nowhere.
That's good. That's good. Oh, that's good.
This is the backstory that we're getting.
So you think that throne's still back there?
Back where?
Like Israel, like in
What you mean? What
the city of David?
What throne you talking about exactly?
The throne of the Most High.
Yeah, the throne of the Most High. Where you think it's located?
No, it's not a physical. It's not a physical throne by the Most High.
I get you.
But Solomon made a physical throne though. He built the physical throne. You know what I'm saying? But the throne literally belonged to the Most High. Right? Again, that was their gripe against the nation of Israel. Right? They got a God that you can't see. But this guy that you can't see was leading us into battles to the point where we had no casualties. Why would you want to stop that from happening? That's who you want to go into battle with. When you go to battle with him, you come back to your wife, and your children.
This going over the people's head.
This is going over their head, and David is understanding it.
Yeah.
They're going to war with men. What happened? Some of them don't come back.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying? Then when they're coming back, they're like, dude, this is wrong. Y'all doing this thing wrong. He's got to come full circle. Again, this is if this is not it, please explain to me why would David say he don't want a man on the throne? Because the throne don't belong to a man. From there, let me get the last part of this, and then we should be done with it.
Oh, that's good. Like that got my head swimming. Whoa. Wow.
Or what day was that? What's that? Hanukkah, Hamashiach Yahweh Shah went to visit Solomon Porch or something.
You talk of the Day of Atonement? I think that was the Day of Atonement.
Let me get 1 Samuel chapter 12 or 17. What were you saying, Tony?
What's the day of atonement? Hamashiach Yahweh Shah went and visit Solomon Porch. Went to his porch.
Yeah, that's part of the temple.
Oh.
Yeah.
I got this one.
He remade that. Remember, it was destroyed in the Babylonians, and Zerubbabel and Nehemiah rebuilt it back and put things back the way it was before. Yeah, go ahead.
1 Samuel chapter 12, verse 17. Is it not wheat harvest today? I will call unto the Lord, and he shall send thunder and rain.
Now, I'm gonna go slow here, right? Because the question is asked, is it not wheat harvest today? Yes. Is the answer, right? He says, and I will call unto the Most High, and he shall send thunder and rain. The problem is this: when it's wheat harvest, you don't want thunder and rain.
Wow.
It's gonna mess your crops up.
Sorry.
Because you don't have thunder and rain at that time. You want it when you get ready to grow the stuff. You don't want it when you don't want it when you get ready to reap the stuff. You don't want that. Right?
That's what the who was it? Joseph was told in Egypt.
Right. So now when the Nile floods, but if there's too much flooding, it kills the crops. Right? So you got to flood to a certain point where you can grow. All right, go ahead.
That ye may perceive and see that your wickedness is great.
See that what wickedness is great? Go ahead.
Which ye have done in the sight of the Lord in asking you a king.
See? The wickedness was asking a king. That's wickedness. David is like, we all. We being wicked and asking a human king. The Most High is our king. See that? Spiritual thing. He wants to bring it backwards. It can't come back to the Most High God through sex, through sperm, can it?
No.
No, it cannot.
No.
It can only come through a what? Virgin birth. It's the only way it can go back to God. It's got to be back through a miracle. Had to be a virgin birth again.
So is that what this question means?
So listen, when they teach that Christ came through sex, what are they doing? It's being a wicked thing and asking a earthly sperm king. See right here. Remember, they asked for earthly, and this verse is right here. Wow. It's wickedness. In doing that.
And they probably knew that too. Even though they didn't view it from that perspective, that's carnal, like that's disrespect.
That's why Samuel was against it. Samuel's like, no, I don't like that. No, that's not no. Right. Samuel from the jump was like, no. He prayed to God. And God said, do it. But Samuel was like, I don't. Samuel didn't want to do it. But God said, no. Go ahead and do it. They rejected you. They rejected me from being king.
Wow.
Samuel didn't want to do this. Because he knows, like, no, this is wrong.
Okay, so he was on point too.
Yes, and this is Samuel said it right here. This is Samuel speaking. Samuel said, in wickedness you've done in asking you a king. Is wickedness what you're doing. He's telling them, what you're doing is wickedness. This has been like, do you right. Let's kill that noise right now.
Right.
Nope.
No,
They kept going.
full steam ahead.
He tried to warn him, listen, this man finna take your sons, take your crops, take your fields, take your vineyards, take your maid servants, right? Your men servants, and they gonna work for him. He gonna do all the stuff, and you got to pay him taxes and all of that and all kind of stuff. He gonna do all that to you. You want that? We gonna go ahead and
They was influenced by the heathens.
Right? Remember, we're told, learn not the ways of the heathen.
Wow.
See that? Having an earthly king is the ways of the heathen. Right?
Spiritual king.
Christ can't come through no sex. He's an earthly king. That's according to the ways of the heathen.
And that's where Judas, Judas was off too. That's that sin.
He's all because he had hatred.
Hatred.
He moved with hatred.
He wanted to see Arnold Schwarzenegger come and save him.
He wanted the Messiah to annihilate the Romans.
Mm.
That's what he wanted. He just wanted. That's what they all thought was going to happen when he came, because they hated the Romans and being under the Romans. Just like we have today right now. These brothers out here hate the so-called white man.
Mm.
They said Christ going to come and do it to the so-called white man.
Take him down.
Take him down, slaughter him, kill him. That's what they say, right?
Uh-huh.
That's what. If that's going to happen, then how they going to serve us?
Getting rid of
It don't make no sense. They're not going to be. If Christ comes and Christ kills them all, then how they going to serve us? Like we serve them. They got to serve us first, do they not? When Christ comes, he's going to have them just bow down and serve us.
Objection. Come.
And it's when they serving us, it is then later on, they're going to be violating Torah.
Come.
And they're going to be put to death.
Come.
That's how it's going to go down. They got to at least serve us first.
Right.
Because we serve them.
Right. Oh, we serve them good.
Still do. Well, I mean, some of it, you know.
All this coming and slaughter and stop it.
Mm.
Some of them are going to die, right?
Yeah.
But it don't tell us exactly when Christ's going to go through Edom and they start slashing them. He is going to go through them and start slashing them.
So
The whole thing it says as he come out the sky, he's going to go do that.
Because
He comes out the sky, get his elect, and we go take down the Antichrist. It does say all of that first, and set up his kingdom and all of that.
So
At some point, he go there and slaughter them.
they natural like breeded fighters then.
Who?
The Esau, they've been fighting since birth.
Oh yeah, he's a hunter. He got the sword. Don't get him twisted. He's gonna go in there and just do what you want to do.
He just got on sheepskin.
Huh?
He just tried to move his sheepskin with at heart.
Oh he put on, he acted. Hey, Shabbat Shalom, Servant Smith.
Hey, Shabbat Shalom, family. Blessings.
Oh, hey, you missed a good one just now, brother. You missed a you
Bring it out. What man? What you say?
You gotta go play this part right here when the video goes up, brother.
Okay, I definitely will. Yes, sir.
Back part. You gotta play this back. This is about the virgin birth.
Virgin birth.
Good stuff.
Okay.
You gotta play this part back though. Yeah.
Me mark it.
I wanted to bring out on that. This is the last part I'm gonna attach to the last video of the virgin birth. At the end of it, I'm gonna put this on the end of that, right? To make that part about the bowels complete. So now it makes more complete sense. What I was saying. All right.
Gut feeling.
Yeah. And again, and they can't refute this. I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait to see if they're gonna have any. I'm gonna wait to see. With that, is there any other question before we continue? Any questions before we continue? To get to today's topic. Today's topic is James, Cephas, and John, who seem to be pillars. Does that mean? That's what we're gonna get at today. But
Hey, yo, I don't got a question, but I wanted to say this last week. My phone was dying on me. Remember them brothers you showed last week that had the red shirts on?
they had the red shirts on.
You put up a video. They had two of them. They were sitting down. They had red shirts on.
Who?
True Nation.
Oh yeah, True Nation. Yes, sir.
Okay, so man, I remember a while back, right? It was this guy named name started to see like start with a C. I forget it. But this guy, one of the brothers I know down here, we had introduced each other, and he was a part of their, like he was like a leader in their camp, bro. Right? And this was about 3 years ago, man. And man, we called this guy back. Like we was talking to him for a little while or whatever, right? They out in Kelly, right?
Tom.
Right. But the guy, man, we ended I know I still got his number. I'm gonna look through my phone. But the guy, anyways, man, this dude, bro, this dude left the faith, man. I guess I don't know what happened with that camp. I guess they made a split or something like that. I forget it was you said True Nation, but I remember that shirt because the guy used to always wear that shirt. But they used to be on the corners. But man, yeah, the brother he left the faith. I'm gonna ask, do you know it's like Kawazawan or something like that? You know one of their leaders? He was like one of the leaders of that group.
Yeah, the young
This
leader,
guy.
he's from
Huh?
BOW. The young guy from BOW now.
He didn't leave the faith.
No, he didn't leave the faith, but he
Nah,
left.
one of the guys left. He left there. Well, he just told us he don't want to deal with this Israel stuff no more. So I ain't gonna say the brother left the faith,
But
but that's what he said.
you
So
know that name that he's saying, it's almost the same as
I know that I know the original leaders was Ra'aim, Ayaquar, and Ra'asha. Those are the three heads
right.
of True Nation originally,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Mm-hmm.
Then there was a split. It split about I think twice. There was two splits in there,
Mm-hmm.
right? One of them became BOW,
Mm-hmm.
and then there's another. There's another camp also. What I hear in the
oh, so them brothers all split up then.
yeah, they split, and then you have True Nation, and then another leader took over because the first leader, Ra'aim, which his name means thunder. Ra'aim means thunder, right? I know Ra'aim. I talked to Ra'aim. I know Ra'aim when he was in another school called the Sons of Jacob. The Sons of Jacob comes out of the one West, the school I come out of. People don't know this
I
history.
know that.
All this history. They all come out of one. They're all one West branches. You know what I'm saying? I
Yeah,
know
man, them dudes buck wild.
before Ra'aim came in, like in 2000. I've been in since '94. I know all the heads, all of them. They used to come watch me teach and watch on Venice Beach all the time. Just come out and watch us teach. Listen, all of them know me and all the brothers, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. They got their own little school now. Ra'aim, Ayaquar, and Ra'asha. They since because Ra'aim committed adultery in the school, so they removed him from being the head.
Mm-hmm.
So Ayaquar he was number two, so he became the head. So when he became head, he wasn't making any advances in the church. So they voted like, man, you're not doing nothing. Like, we're not growing. Or we're not like, what you doing?
Mm-hmm.
So they voted to move him away. But
Yo, how you gonna? That's crazy. These boys be splitting like, boy, that's crazy. All these guys be splinter groups there, man. Bro, that's worse than the Sunday church then. That's crazy.
that's how. Listen, they put the
This
split
brother split
on
and another
YouTube
split.
Live. You go look at it. It's on you. Listen, it's on YouTube Live when they were splitting. They
I
had
remember that.
remember they had it live on YouTube. We was like, y'all shouldn't be doing this live, bro. That's supposed to be private when y'all splitting like that. Y'all should have that. They had it there live when they were split. Brought it all out.
That's when the young guy went with BOW.
Yeah.
Ratazan.
Ratazan. Yeah.
It's
All
like that name, Tazaquai, something. What he said.
God, I gotta find this guy. I'm
I
looking.
think he's saying the name. I don't recognize the name when he's saying it, but if he said it correctly, I might recognize. Because again, I know all of these guys personally. This ain't something I heard of. I talked to these guys personally. I know them. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Are they from the same part of Cali where y'all at?
Yes.
Yeah, right around the corner.
Come
Oh man, dude. Golly, man.
on.
And
We go way
they weird
back.
though. The brothers
We
weird. Them
go
guys are
way
weird,
back
man.
mid-90s. Yeah, we go.
Them guys are weird, bro.
Ayaquar can rap. I put him up on any MC. He can rap. He can bring it. Deacon got nothing on him. He will smoke Deacon. Deacon to me, he alright. Ayaquar will kill him. Easy. If I play some song right now for Ayaquar and you have Ayaquar flow, you be like, oh man, he'll smoke Deacon without no problem. Ayaquar can rap. Got bars.
But no, that's all I want to say. When I seen that last week, I couldn't speak because I was doing something. My phone was about to die, bro. But I was like, I know them. I know them guys, man.
Listen, man, True Nation is a whole bunch of ex-gang members up in there and drug dealers up in there. You know, straight up. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? That's just what it is. I commend him to try to change their life, but again, you don't want to push their buttons.
And in fact, Them guys,
Yeah,
I
man.
remember vividly, one of my brothers, the reason why he was talking to one of them guys, because he had made a comment, posted a comment, and the guy didn't like it. And the comment was about these brothers, man. They used to run up in these churches and act crazy, bro. You know what I'm saying? My man was like, y'all shouldn't be doing that. You know what I'm saying? Running up in churches, acting like you cool with the pastors or whatever. They used to do that a lot, bro. And like they recorded though, they'll secret record it, going to churches and then try to like berate the pastor. You know what I'm saying? And then post it.
Huh.
And that was crazy, man. You shouldn't be doing stuff like that. If you genuinely trying to help the people, you know what I mean? You can't be going in the church, secretly recording and trying to show out on the pastor. These guys
I
just do
remember
stuff
that.
like that.
I remember them doing that. You're right. I remember them doing that.
Yeah.
They
I
were,
mean, yeah.
yeah.
And they were trying to tell us we wrong for telling them that they're wrong. We was like, nah, you can't do that, brother. I don't that's not godly. You know what I mean? You
Facts.
supposed to have the truth. You can't go into brother church and try to secretly record him and then show out on him in front of his people and post it. You know what I mean? That ain't right. But anyway, I just remember them from that. I remember those guys from that.
Hey man, people leaving this truth, man. There's a lot of that going on. And a lot of people, one of the brothers from our camp, I told y'all about that when I met him later on. He's one of them do with this Israelite stuff, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
He was high up, you know what I'm saying? Was a three shoe general. I saw him again.
Now, would you call that taking your hand off the plow?
Say again?
Would you call that taking your hand off the plow?
No, it depends on the circumstances. I understand what happened to him. You see what I'm saying?
Okay. Yeah.
It's in a sense you can say he took a hand off the plow because he got misled away with man pleasing. You know what I'm saying? That ultimately became his downfall, right? He's more focused on pleasing men than pleasing the Most High in Christ, right? Because again there was so much splits. There's another split I told you about the angel crew. I told you about the angel crew, right?
Yeah.
Angel crew. I told y'all before about this brother had a demonic force coming to his wife, giving her instructions, right? This real life stuff. They're not made up. This real life stuff. And he joined them, and I told him, I said, bro, don't go over there messing with them. That's not correct, bro. So he went over there anyway. And of course, the Most High broke it up, all kind of stuff. I mean, there's also that happened over there that I don't know. One of the brothers we know lost his life. You know what I'm saying? Real bad. You know what I'm saying? I told you he died of cancer and he never smoked in his life and he was a health nut.
Wow.
He's a health. We was like shocked, like, hey, we couldn't know. You can't tell us that. You can not him. He died of no cancer. He was a health nut and never smoked in his life. Stop it. Him. That's divine judgment, bro.
Wow. Wow.
Divine judgment. Brother know him know he was a health nut. He don't do he nothing bad. He's meticulous on what he eat. And look, and he cooked everything himself. He don't do the out stuff. Everything he buys and cook it himself.
Wow.
So we heard that we were like, but he went to that group and the group split up and all that, all kind of stuff happened to the group. So when I see him again, you know, he doesn't want to do nothing with the Bible. I'm not sure because I know that's eventually what's going to happen to you, right? God gonna weed you out because you're not pleasing Him. You man pleasing, He gonna eventually weed you out.
Mm.
So I've seen it play. I've seen a few brothers. What? Listen, when I first came in, they were telling me, "Say, man, you see that door right there?" They told me, "Say, that door? That's a revolving door." They said.
Wow.
They said people gonna come in and they gonna go right back out. It's a revolving door. They said it's up to you if you want to stay in here. What you gonna do? They tell you this when you come in. So they've seen it, right?
Been there, done that.
Same thing in the churches. People go into the Christian church, right? So when they come around, they come right back out. Isn't that true?
That's true.
It ain't just us. It is everywhere.
Come on.
You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
It's a sad thing, but it is what it is, man. That's why the scriptures say, make your calling and election sure. Right. Any other question before we continue? All right, let's go back. Galatians. We're in Galatians. Chapter 2, within verse 9, where I originally started out.
You said Galatians chapter 2?
Yes, sir.
Galatians chapter 2, starting at verse 9.
Yes.
And when James, Cephas, and John, who seemed to be pillars.
They seem to be pillars. Now, reading this verse right here, right? You know me, how my mind works. I'm hearing pillar. I'm saying to myself, this seems like Mary's dead.
Ooh,
Wouldn't she be a pillar?
come. Ooh, come.
She's the mother of the Messiah.
Come.
She came in the church. She's a pillar.
Come.
They would have the background information if it's not for her.
Come.
Right or wrong?
That's true.
Now, if she's dead here, it just seems to me that she is. Because he's leaving her out. How old would she be at this point? Because when the Messiah started his ministry at 30, when she had the Messiah, they say she was young. She either 16 or 18, in her teen. Let's say 16 to 18, somewhere around here. Huh? In her teen, which would be. So if the Messiah started his ministry at about 30, let's say 30, we add another 16 to 18 years on top of that to get her age when the Messiah started his ministry, right? So we have, let's say what, 18? We add another 10, 28, right? We had another 8.
46?
46, 36?
36.
36,
36.
right?
Done.
She's 36.
Okay. 36.
No, she's 46.
Well, yeah,
Because he's 30.
come, yeah.
Because he's 30. We're using the wrong. She's 30, yes.
Come.
Right?
Mhm.
No, that's wrong.
No,
It's 18. It's 48. If it's 18, it's 40. We're adding 18.
Okay.
From 30 and 18 is 40, right?
Come.
It's 48. Right? If it's 16, then it's 46.
46.
Right?
Come.
Remember, with 30, we're adding 16 or 18 on top of that.
Come.
Right?
I think it's 16 though.
You think she was 16 when she had the Messiah?
Yeah.
Either one.
Come.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
She's 46 when the Messiah started his ministry. The ministry is a little bit over a year.
Come.
So when the ministry is over, she's what?
47.
She's 47 going on 48.
Come.
Right?
Come.
If she's 18, then she's 50.
Come.
All right?
Come.
The Messiah's ministry is done. He's getting ready to go back. She's about 50 or about 48. Right? When you get ready to go back. That's how old she is. She's part of the church at this point. Right? Yeah, so you ain't looking at that point. You ain't thinking Mary's that old at this point. You ain't that even crossing your mind. You know what I'm saying?
You just put in my head too that he took her up as a first fruit too.
No, he took up the first fruit.
He wouldn't have took her as a first fruit.
No. He did that in his ministry. She was still here.
Okay.
Yeah. Eventually I think she's gonna go. You know what I'm saying? But she's about 48, 50.
48, 50.
About 48, 50, right?
Come.
Paul comes in like when? Paul comes in what? 10 years later, something like that. I get my timeline on Acts, but I know Acts is 32 years in length, based on just the events that was spoken of in the timeline. Because the timeline we know when Claudius kicked the Jews out of Egypt in Acts the 18th chapter. We know when that happened, timeline wise. So we know we can document that. We can document certain things that's spoken in Acts 2 as well to put them on a timeline. Right? Mother do a class and then just do a timeline on Acts period. But I know about 32 years in length is what we have. Right? But Paul comes in, I think it got to be around 10 years later Paul comes in. Got to be around 10 years Paul comes in. in Acts the 9th chapter, right? So you put a 10 years there, so she's 60. Gotta be around 60 years, so 60 years of age, right?
Okay.
Paul travels and so on and so forth. He's go back and forth. We probably need to add another 10 on there. Right? He travels, he's going back, he goes to Damascus, he's there for a while, he comes back to Jerusalem, he's traveling, they go out, they go get relief. There's a dirt, you know what I'm saying, in Jerusalem, he go get relief from the people around, he traveling around, do all of that. Right? He comes out, then at some point him and Barnabas split. They split up with John. Paul didn't want to take John. Right? Remember that he wanted to take John. So those two split. That's about 10 years of him being in. Right? At least about 10 years of him being in. So Mary's in about 70 at this point.
Okay.
Something like that. Right? So when we're reading here in the book of Galatians, can we get the first verse in chapter 2?
Come. Galatians chapter 2 from the top. Then 14 years after I went up again to Jerusalem with Barnabas and took Titus with me also.
So that's 14 years later. Right?
Mhm.
So she's what, 70?
Come.
And another 14 on that? Right?
84.
About 84. This is rough estimate. I'm giving rough estimate. She's old though.
Come.
Bro, this is so beautiful. Look, I never even thought about Mary after Christ's death, as far as that goes. This is good.
Yeah, so she's about 84, something like that. You know what I'm
Wow.
saying? That's what I'm saying. When I read him saying in pillars, I'm like Mary's dead. And I just went to the age, I'm like, this make about correct. He's about
Yo,
80.
I got a question though, real quick.
Yes,
Is
sir.
John still responsible for her at this point? Is John still alive? Because remember, he left John in charge of her.
John's alive all the way until almost in the first century. He dies around 100 and something.
So he's still like looking after her, possibly right now, even now.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, if I'm saying in verse 9, it's like she's dead. It's like he took care of her until her death.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Man,
but John goes on to live because he goes on to live after 70 AD.
yes. Okay.
But Mary dies somewhere like right somewhere around here. I think she's dead.
70 AD?
No, before.
Okay.
Right? Paul letters are roughly around like 60, right? Around 64, 66, 68. I think the last one is 67 or 68 is the last one. Right? I think right about 67, 68, around that time, I think that's when the Romans finally track him down and kill him.
Okay.
Right? Or track him down. And right around that time, 60, I think it's 67, 68 is where what they call the Punic Wars started to happen with the Romans. Right? And Agrippa tells them, yo, don't do this, man. He said, they don't do this. And they're like, what you mean don't do what? You don't see what they're doing? They're trying to put a statue of the Roman god in the temple. And I think that they did put it in there. And Jews are like, that's the end of that. It's on and cracking. that cracked it off. And it was on from there. You know what I'm saying? And that eventually led up to 70 AD. Which fulfilled the prophecies Christ spoke about Jerusalem being surrounded by armies. And then there was a break in the action where some of them escaped. All of that. You know what I'm saying? I dealt with that when I went through the different prophecies and stuff. Where I talk about some of the stuff being fulfilled by 70 AD. I did that class on that a few months ago. But yeah, I think she's about 84 going 84 going to 90s. So I think she's about dead. I think she's dead by here, right? Going right down to verse 9.
Verse 9.
Read it again from the top.
Galatians chapter 2, verse 9 from the top. And when James, Cephas, and John, who seemed to be pillars, perceived the grace that was given unto me, they gave to me and Barnabas the right hand of fellowship, that we should go unto them, unto the heathen, and they unto the circumcised.
Right. They be messing up these translations of these words. It's just the same word ethno. They translate all kind of different ways. But so James, Cephas, and John. So we know Cephas and John are original 12. right? The original 12, right? Let's get Cephas, all right? He's calling him by his surname. Can we get not first, we get St. John's chapter 1. St. John chapter 1, verse 40 and 42.
St. John's chapter 1, starting at verse 40.
Yes, sir.
Once one of the two which heard John speak and followed him as Andrew was Andrew, Simon Peter's brother.
Right. So originally they was following John, right? Originally Andrew was following John the Baptist. Go ahead.
Verse 41. He first findeth his own brother.
He first found his own brother,
Simon.
Simon, go ahead.
And said unto him, we have found the Messiah. What is it? Messiah?
Yeah, Messiah.
Which is being interpreted the Christ.
The anointed. All right? To understand, they was expecting him to come at this time. Now, why would they expect him to come at this? How would they know is around this time he's going to come? See? They know something. How do they know something? They know something because they're reading the book of Daniel. Right? They're reading the book of Daniel. Because when you read the book of Daniel, Daniel himself understood the captivity would be 7 years. Because you read the book of Jeremiah.
Okay.
So they say, wait a minute, okay, if you're reading Jeremiah, then what do you have? And he specifically tell you when the Messiah is going to come. That's Daniel chapter 9. So they said, oh, we got this. He should be coming anytime now. He should be coming anytime now. Wow. They zeroed in, this is when any one of these years, they knew they were in the years when he was going to come, according to Daniel.
Wow.
How can he say how do you know the Messiah is coming at this time? Unless you know for a fact this is the time frame that Daniel said he was for the landing.
And then what John the Baptist said about the coming of the Christ, that I'm not worthy to loose his shoe. He know he coming too. Everybody know he's coming. Oh, wow.
They know he's coming. They don't know about John, but they know about the Messiah specifically. That's why they asked Christ when he came. They say, how does the scripture say that that Elijah must come first? And then he tells them about that. Right? So they wasn't clear about that. But they are clear about the Messiah.
Oh, that makes so much sense now that he had to get John. Well, how would John know that? He ain't talked to me.
John wouldn't know. John wouldn't know. They knew neither. That's why they asked Christ about Elijah, and then he told them.
Wow.
But they knew about the Messiah because Daniel tells them. That'll give you a timeline of 70 weeks.
And you know what? That goes back to the first question that I asked today. Why did Jesus ask Legion's name? Because I know he already knew it. That's what I was thinking, that he already knew Legion's name, but he asked him anyway. Maybe
definitely.
Maybe to teach us to ask the name.
Yes.
Okay.
For us to understand who he's dealing with. What's going on with the possession? That you're not dealing with just one demon that's in there. Right. You think people have one issue? No, they have many issues. They have many issues that happening with it.
And sometimes they say that one demon bring in 7 at a time.
Yeah, he bring his boys with him. You know what I'm saying? He'll come, but he's gonna bring his boys with him eventually if he ain't bringing them right away. Right? That's how people go from bad to worse.
Wow.
So he's telling us that we have found the Messiah, which is being interpreted, the Christ. This is how you know, again, this is originally Hebrew again. A Hebrew person now they have to explain Messiahs. But someone that's translating from Hebrew to Greek have to explain Messiahs because the people in Greek don't understand that. That's why you got to say, which is being interpreted the Christ. And then this would be in Greek. Right? This is being Greek, Christos.
Christos.
Christos. So you have the Hebrew messiahs. That's what the Hebrew use.
Oh.
Right? The Hebrew don't use Christos.
No.
He's Messiah. But in Greek is Christos. Again, this when you study, you pay attention to the text, you know this had to be Hebrew and it's an original Hebrew document, just how it's being written to us in English from a Greek manuscript. It had to have come from Hebrew. Yes, sir.
Don't Spanish say that too? Cristo?
Huh?
The Spanish say that too, Cristo.
What do they say? I thought the Spanish said. No, it's not Cristo. I forgot what they say. What do they say?
Jesus, they call him Jesus. Bronco.
Hesto Christ,
Yeah.
Christos or
Something like
Chris,
that.
something like that. Something like that they say.
No,
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, it's similar.
similar.
Yeah, it's similar. All right, go ahead.
Did I finish 40?
41. Yeah, you did.
Okay. Verse 42. And he brought him to Jesus, and when Jesus beheld him, he said, Thou art Simon, the son of Jonah. Thou shalt be called Cephas, which is by interpretation a stone.
Again, yeah, right. So that's what we have Cephas at. This is what Paul is calling Simon Peter. He's calling him by the name that the Messiah surnamed him, Cephas. Right? Which anyone in Hebrew would know what that means. I don't have to interpret that. They interpret it again.
Stone.
Not a rock.
Come on. Come on.
Right?
Come on.
I'm clearing it because when you read in Matthew and Christ says, upon this rock shall I build my church, they keep thinking it's Peter, but Peter isn't a rock. Peter is a stone. It says it right here in the text.
Come on.
He's not a rock.
Come on. There's a difference.
No one built a church on a stone. You build it on a rock.
Come on.
We know what a rock is.
Blessed be the rock of our salvation.
Christ is the rock.
Come.
This is what it's speaking of. All right, so we have what Cephas is. Cephas is Simon Peter. All right, that's who we have. Cephas is, and we know what John is a disciple that Christ loved.
Oh.
That's the disciple that he loved. That's the one that wrote Saint John, the book we're reading right now. Right, this is the disciple that Jesus loved in the book of John, because we're in Saint John. All right, so now we got to get. See, the thing it is, there's a James is a common name. There was a few James, right? There's a few John. There's a few Marys as well. There's about 6 Marys in the gospel text. So the lowest brother James, he had to replace another James that's in the 12. Right? Can we get Matthew chapter 10? Starting at the first verse. Let's start at the first verse.
Matthew chapter 10 from the top. And when he had called unto him his 12 disciples, he gave them power against unclean spirits to cast them out and to heal all manner of sickness and all manner of disease.
So what he's doing here is that he's taking some of the spiritual gifts he had on him and he's distributing to his disciples. This is what he's doing, right? When he said he gave them power against unclean spirits because it was given to him by the Most High, he distributes some of that onto them, right, to do the same thing, right? But again, even though he gave them some of that, right? At this point, the apostles were not in their regular motion of fasting.
Okay.
So it came to a point where there was a demon that they couldn't cast out. He asked them, how come we couldn't cast them out? And Christ said, this kind don't go out but by fasting and praying.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
They were not at that level yet, so they couldn't cast that demon out.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? But they're growing in this level through it. They were growing into it. Right? All right, go ahead.
Verse 2. Now the names of the 12 apostles are these. At first, Simon, who is called Peter, and Andrew, his brother, James, the son of Zebedee, and John, his brother.
Right, so So people get caught up. See what happens is sometimes that people get caught up because Peter is named first. They think Peter is the head of the apostle. This is what they think. We just read just now that Peter Andrew, his brother, found him first, right? And brought him to Christ. And Christ called him Cephas. Andrew was first. Andrew said, we found the Messiah. And then he brought Simon later.
Simon too.
Right? If you want to go in the order of who came to Christ first, it wouldn't be Simon Peter.
No.
His brother found the Messiah before him.
Right? We back at the pillars.
Huh?
The pillars.
Yeah. He became a pillar later.
Okay.
But he ain't the only pillar though.
Okay.
But I'm just saying, he isn't the head of the disciples or the head of the apostles. He's not the head of them.
Right.
They get caught up just because he's named first here. This is not what it is. Right. Go ahead.
Verse 3. Philip and Bartholomew, Thomas and Matthew, the publican,
The tax collector. Go ahead.
James, the son of Alphaeus, and Lydius. Is that right? Lydius, whose surname was Thaddeus.
His name is Thaddeus, right? We have that. Go ahead.
Verse 4. Simon the Canaanite.
Simon the Canaanite, meaning the zealot. He's not a Canaanite, meaning a non-Israelite or a Gentile. That's Aramaic for zealot. All right? He's a zealot. Go ahead.
And Judas Iscariot.
Judas Iscariot, right? Iscariot, I think it's man of murder or man of death, something like that is what it translates to. Go ahead.
Who also betrayed him.
Who also betrayed him. So then we have the 12. This is the 12. We have the 12 here. All right. And then we have another name given again, which we need to go get. We get Luke, the 6th chapter. I'm going to leave this one up because I want to come back and short. Let me get the Luke over here. Luke chapter 6, start at verse 12.
So
Yes, sir.
Luke chapter 6, reading at verse 12. And it came to pass in those days that he went out unto a mountain to pray and continue all night in prayers to God.
According to the Christian community, he would be continuing to pray all night to himself. Because he's God. Right?
Right.
Talking to himself all night. This is just don't make no sense whatsoever. He going up to a mountain to go talk to himself all night, and that's what he did. People have lost their minds. Something wrong.
Praise himself all night.
Pray to himself all night. Okay, yeah, right. Y'all believe you want to, right? So he's up in there all night praying to the Most High God, and of course, he's gonna get an answer. He's gonna get an answer, right? Go ahead.
13. And when it was day, he called unto his disciples, and of them he chose 12, whom also he named apostles.
So the disciples now has been elevated from student to apostles, right? Disciple just means student. Apostles is now elevated to the ones now he getting ready to send them out, right? But before he dubbed them apostles and sent them out, he had to go pray and ask the Most High which ones. See, verse 12 tells us he was praying first, and God told him which ones. Right?
Chosen.
God told him which ones.
Wow. So
he ain't just pick. God told him which ones. Just the prayer verse. Yes, sir.
see, and this is where people who call Jesus God, they miss stuff like this. They don't understand. These two are not the same.
No.
One prays to the other one. What's going on with you guys, man?
And he asked him permission. Like, it's not my will, be my father's will. He asked permission before he execute the plan.
He's even being told which one to pick. He ain't picking, right? He said, "I picked you," but who told him who to pick? God did. God, no, pick that one. And that one over there, is he a devil? Pick him too? Yes.
He's the only one worthy of portraying.
Because only God sees it. He a devil. The devil too. Pick that one right there.
Got a mission for him.
That only makes sense if you understand God told him to pick these men. You personally gonna pick a devil? No.
Oh, you talking about Judas? I wasn't getting it at first. Okay.
Somebody that's gonna betray you?
Yes.
Huh.
No. It's because you're doing the Most High's will. He's telling you, this is what I want to happen. Done. Thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven.
Oh, because that rooster had to crow 3 times. He had to do it.
God told him not to pray ahead of time.
Oh, man.
It's orchestrated by
now
God.
I understand why he's saying this all gotta come to pass. It all has to happen.
Yeah, it's God. He's the one that's orchestrating it. That's why I've been telling the brothers in the camp for years. Let's pray and let God tell us where to go. He knows where the real Israelites are.
Wow.
They don't want to do that. They don't have enough faith to believe that God's going to send them an answer to tell them where to go. They want to go to these different places. They want to go to Venice Beach. They want to go to Melrose. And I'm like, y'all keep going to places with a bunch of naked women. What is wrong with y'all?
Wow.
Y'all ain't here to teach no Bible. Y'all don't know this nonsense, man. Y'all don't know this nonsense, bro. To this day, these people don't do that still. Which camp you know stop and pray and say, let God tell me where to go?
Wow.
Which one of them do that? I ain't seen it.
Find out where the Edomites at. Go the wrong way.
They only want to go to places for confrontation.
Uh-huh.
Am I right or wrong?
That's crazy.
You're in Hollywood. Or...
We see even the Messiah was taking directions from the Most High. He was telling them who to pick, where to go, what to say.
Right.
Am I right or wrong?
Yeah, that's right there.
Why won't you follow that model right there? This is the model we need to follow. Oh, y'all trying to do y'all. That's what's happening here. Not here to do y'all. I lost it. That's why it's a revolving door. You start not doing what the most I want to get done. That's why in 1 year and out the next. Who was reading?
Come 14. Simon, whom he also named Peter.
Peter, Cephas, which is a stone. Go ahead.
And Andrew, his brother. James and John.
James and John, go ahead.
Philip and Bartholomew.
Bartholomew. Yeah. Bartholomew. Bartholomew. Yeah. B-A-R. Bartholomew.
And that means
who?
But Bartholomew.
That's his name. That's one of what his name means, you say?
Come.
I'm gonna have to look it up. I don't know it off here.
But the Barth, is something like
Bart, yeah.
What about the cartoon?
No, I'm just saying like the Barth, like that probably means something.
The bar probably means son.
Okay.
Right? Son of Ptolemy. That's probably what his name gonna break down. We're gonna look it up though, so we can get it clear.
Okay.
We're gonna get it clear. Go ahead.
Or 15. Matthew and Thomas.
Matthew, Thomas, Thomas is twin, right? It's Hebrew Dawam. Go ahead.
James, the son of
Phileas.
and Simon called
Simon called Zealots.
Zealot.
Right, that's the one that we read earlier that was called the Canaanite.
Come.
Right, we see it here as Zealot, so it's the same thing. The Canaanite means Zealot. But here he's called Zealot.
Come.
In Matthew, he's called Canaanite, which means Zealot. Right. Go ahead.
Verse 16. And Judas, the brother of James.
Judas, and this is a new one. See,
Mhm.
he's not in the Matthew the 10th chapter. Judas, the brother of James. Go ahead.
And Judas,
It's Iscariot.
is a carriot, which also was the traitor.
Yeah. So we have an addition here. We have Judas, the brother of James. See that? If it's not an addition, then this has to be another name for the one that we was calling Thaddeus, right? Who we call Libius or something, right? That's what we was talking about, right? But this Judas, the brother of James, they kind of sound like it's one of the Lord's brother, right? Because the Lord had a brother named Judas, and he had a brother named James. Judas, the brother of James, right? So it could be, maybe one of the Lord's brother came in, or maybe not. All right, or maybe not. Can we get Matthew chapter 13, verse 55? Where you go? Yeah, so he probably took off James, the son of Alphaeus, yeah, Libius, whose surname was Thaddeus. That might be what Judas is, but yeah, Matthew chapter, what did I say, 13?
So they probably looking like, why Judas gotta have one name? The one that betrayed him.
That's a common name.
Yeah.
It's we saying Judas, but it's Judah.
Judah.
Yeah.
It probably was
Yahuda.
like,
It's Yahuda.
like, why he got my name?
Yeah, that is it's a common name. It's a common name.
After that took place though, they like, man, yeah, that name kind of.
Now you know about the name. You want to keep that. That's a good, strong, powerful name, right? Because we know what Judah means, right? Yahweh. Right?
Yahweh pray.
Yahweh pray. You ain't gonna try to change that.
No.
You understand?
Because he thought he was doing something righteous. He thought he was doing something good. He didn't get it until
Trying to force his hand.
Oh man, I done missed. Oh man,
He said, "I'll betray the innocent blood." Is what he said. All right, we got Matthew chapter 13, verse 55.
I got it.
Go ahead.
Matthew chapter 13, verse 55.
Yes.
Is not this the carpenter's son?
We're not in the Hebrew Matthew. It says the smith, right? They're a blacksmith, right? You're dealing with stone. Carpenter deals mostly with wood. At this time, wasn't dealing with too much wood. It was a whole bunch of stone that was being used at this time. So it's a smith. It's not that the smith's son. Go ahead.
Is not his mother called Mary?
Yes.
And his brother James and Jose. Was that Jose?
Then we have James. What?
Is that Jose?
Joseph.
And Simeon and Judas. Simon and Judas.
And then we have Judas, right?
Come.
And the question there, yes, right?
Come.
Now I want you to notice, people teach that. Well, some people, these Catholics and the other people have this nonsense about how Mary was still a virgin and she didn't have no more children after Christ. Where this word right here said, and his brethren. This word right here, brethren, is talking about people who come out of the same womb. Right? Adelphus. The Greek word here is Adelphus. Adelphus, I'm gonna show it so they can't say I'm making it up. These people come out of the same womb. These other brothers here are men who Mary birthed. She birthed James, Joseph, Simeon, Judas,
Simon,
Judas.
It couldn't have been out of Joseph kids like he might have had prior before being married.
Now according to this word. So I have it up already.
Right? You know they'll ask, right? Knowing.
That's all speculation. There's no, where's the evidence of that at? Where is the evidence that there was Joseph had a previous marriage? This is what they're saying, though. This word Adelphus, I'm showing you right here. This is the word brethren. I'm gonna click on the word 80, right? This is what it is right here. And I'm gonna share it. All right, so you can see.
Where is the word Adelphus at?
Adelphus is the brethren,
Okay.
right? And his brethren
Okay.
in the verse.
Come.
The word for brethren is the word Adelphus.
Okay.
Right here. Right? I'm showing it. Adelphus, right? Adelphus says the womb. Adelphus means the womb. It is speaking of people that come out of the same womb. A brother. Or literally, figuratively, near remote brother, right? Masculine. Then you go off into the Hebrew Strongs, it says a brother born of the same two parents, or only the same father or mother, right? Depending on the context, right? How it's being used. Having the same national ancestor, so on and so forth. But this is Adelphus, right? So let me stop sharing that and go back. Just wanted to show that part. Let me go back to the text.
And it's gotta be the mother because Jesus, them to still be his brothers.
Well, the reason
the womb that make it the mother.
The reason is this. Wait, you see, okay. The reason is this. According to the book of Matthew, chapter 1, verse 25. Matthew chapter 1, verse 25. Someone read that right quick.
Matthew chapter 1, starting at verse 25.
Yes.
And it reads, Matthew chapter 1, verse 25.
Yes.
And knew her not till she had brought forth her firstborn son.
Stop. Her what?
Firstborn son.
That's just the firstborn, not the only born. See, if he only had one son, this word would be different. This would be her only born son. First. Right? It's first. It has to be, when you see the word first, it has to go back into the Greek word, is proton.
Okay.
It'll be proto something here. Probably proto Genesis or something.
Wow.
Right? If you want to say one or only, you will use mono. Mono means one or only. Right? When I see first in English here, I know the Greek word is proton.
Okay. Wow.
Or proton.
Wow.
And then you have the word born. Right?
That's 11.
Wow.
So they know what this thing is saying. So they know it's firstborn because proto has to be there.
Clever discovery.
Yeah. So this thing about how Mary only had Christ and nobody else, then why this says firstborn right here become the issue? So she had other sons. So those other children was birthed by Mary too. That's what it is.
Christ was first, though.
He's just her firstborn.
He's the first.
Now listen, if you might run into a problem. If Joseph had children by another woman, they will be older than Christ, would they not be? That might when they challenge Christ for the throne, right or wrong?
Yeah.
Because he also comes out of David.
Right.
Right or wrong?
Not the firstborn.
They say you ain't the firstborn.
That's right. He do come out of David. So
yes, he does. So if he had children, it might be, you might. I'm not saying you will, but you might run into an issue. This way, you have no issue.
Wow.
There's no argument. Yeah. They don't think ahead. I think in the whole picture to see this. Wow. See, that's why I know what we're teaching is correct because it fits. It doesn't matter what scenario comes up. What we're teaching fits perfectly every time. Yeah. Every time. Yes, sir.
So that's why normally it is the firstborn. So you don't have to have, I mean, the usual, a big brother. Like I gotta call my little brother King. Like that might kind of like,
Yes.
you know, man, go do the dishes. We like talking about little bro. We just take out the trash. Like, wait a minute, I'll tell you that.
Wow.
But not only he's the firstborn, he's also the chosen, right?
Chosen.
Because necessarily because you're the firstborn, you're gonna be right. It's who. Remember, it was all the Torah tells us is the king is who God picks, right?
Mhm.
You might be the first one. If God don't pick you, then you can't get on the throne. As simple as that,
Jacob.
right? Because Solomon wasn't David's firstborn,
Right.
right? Because when you read it, there was an issue. David's firstborn wanted the throne, right?
Yeah.
And Solomon's mother had to like, David, you said my son was on the throne. Then you got to do something. Because David's firstborn was like, no, I'm next up. And there was an issue.
That's Abner. What was his name? Absalom.
I forgot his name. Ahioam, something like that. Yeah, but he was like, I'm the firstborn. I'm sitting up there next. Solomon, he way later.
Oh, that's Ishmael, Jacob. I mean Esau.
I'm thinking about David.
Yeah.
Yeah, David had other children before Solomon.
Mm-hmm.
I think Solomon might have been was that his last? Oh, I think it might be maybe his last son or something.
When did the last? Because remember, when did the one where he sent the men out to the war? I think that was the last one.
No, you talking send the men out to war.
Yeah, and then he did it with the lady who he looked at in the shower or something like that.
Bathsheba?
Bathsheba. Wasn't that the last one that was
the last woman you saying that he got?
Yeah.
She's the mother of Solomon. That child he had initially, that child died. Remember the child died when you read it? Then she had another son by her. He had another son by her. That was Solomon. Solomon was the second son of Bathsheba. The first son died. The second son was Solomon.
I did. Completely.
Yeah.
Wow.
Anybody can fact check me. Trust me, I deal with it so much. I've argued with it so much. I know what I'm saying.
I missed it. I'm like, wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
That dynamic there, see, that's a dynamic there that is kind of puzzling. It's puzzling. You see what I'm saying? Right? Because that's he killed the man for that woman.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Right.
Then the first child died, and the second child is who the Lord picks. See that the dynamic there is kind of like there's more going on. See, there's more going on here that we don't know. You can clearly see there's more going on here that we don't know.
Sound like some atonement right in there.
The atonement is there. We see the atonement there in the word that's there, but there's actually more going on here that we don't know. Because how does it jump straight from there to Solomon and then picking him? There's a lot more going on here we don't have. So we know the text that we have is redacted. Because they have a lot of information back in the time that we don't have today. You can tell by how they moving and operating certain things they're saying. You're like, wait a minute, how you know all that? But they have more information and we don't. So we see right here, man. Mary had more than one child. Stop it, y'all with this forever virgin nonsense is a bunch of nonsense. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you're not gonna say firstborn if that's your only.
Right. The text will not say that. So that's them coming in trying to exalt Mary, right? Making her the mother of God and all kind of ridiculous foolishness, right? How can we
a virgin forever in the order of
how can Mary be the mother of God? How does that make any sense? Right? She was the mother of Yahushua. He came in the flesh. She ain't the mother of God. God is a spirit. Did she birth a spirit? She didn't birth a spirit. So how can she be the mother of God? She birthed a human being. Is that what she birthed?
So you think her son she was a Virgo too then? Probably. Mary, like the month she was born in, she was probably a Virgo.
I don't know. Maybe. Doesn't say. We don't have the information. Yeah, but she ain't birthed God. She's not the mother of God. That's just ridiculous. That's just these people up there acting crazy, man. That's kind of want to teach Jesus is God. So she birthed God. No, she ain't birthed God. Can you birth God? Is that possible?
That's a little blasphemous to me.
Yeah, that do sound disrespectful.
Spirits don't have babies, so right?
Right.
Yeah, so you can't. How does a lower being birth a higher being? It doesn't make no sense.
Hey man, when you get your questions to me, it just makes it ridiculous.
Makes no sense, but
Good, huh? That's good.
Oh man.
our land is living it. So it could be this James, this Jude that we read here, that we was reading, go back to it. We reading here in Matthew 13:55. Could be the Lord's brother that we read. We go back to the book of in Luke, Judas, the brother of James. Right, that we read there. It's a very interesting thing.
We're going back to Luke.
Yeah. I think it's in verse. Oh yeah, Judas, the brother of James. Trying to see that there. Or it could be Libius, who we was reading at another day. Certain things said it could be another name for Libius. But we read about this name of this person here, Judas, the brother of James. St. John chapter 14, verse 22.
Yahuda, huh? Yahuda.
Come.
That's what them so-called Jews say, Yahuda.
They say Yahudi or something
Yahudi,
like
yeah,
that.
something like that.
They have a little accent on that little thing because they deal with them vowel pointing foolishness. Yeah. St. John chapter 14, verse 22. Who got that?
I got it.
Go ahead.
St. John chapter 14, verse 22. Judas saith unto him, not Issachar.
Not Issachariot. See, because Judas is Issachariot. He is the same name as Judas. This Judas is not Issachariot, right? So this is the other Judas we just read, right? Judas, the brother of James. Then it goes off with the Judas Issachariot. So this Judas here seems like it's the Judas,
Right.
the brother of James.
Right.
And we read just now in Luke chapter 6, right? I think it's verse 13 or 14, right? Go ahead.
Lord, how is it that thou wilt manifest thyself unto us and not unto the world?
Not unto the world. This is another verse again. It's to tell you that this is speaking of Israel. Right? He didn't manifest himself to everybody in the what I done? Book, chapter, verse. Where? If Jesus Christ would manifest himself to the entire world, right? Why do we have verses in the prophets that says they shall be 10 men out of every language that's to grab hold of him of the skirt and saying, we've heard God is with you. If Christ came to them, according to this verse, they wouldn't even say that, would they? They say, "Oh, we came to us already. We know all that already. We know all that. We ain't got to come pull your skirt and ask you God is with you, don't go with you. He came to us already.
Right.
He already came to us. That's not what happened. That's why that verse is in there.
Wow.
You're still gonna have people who don't know about Christ. That's why they tugging on this skirt of him of a Jew and said, we've heard God is with you. We want to go with you and learn his way.
And that's made their faith strong.
Yeah. Again, that shows you again, still, to get to the Most High in Christ, you got to go through who? An Israelite. You got to go through an Israelite. You got to go through an Israel. It doesn't matter how you twist and turn it.
That's fine.
You're not getting to the Most High without going to an Israelite. If you want to say Christ is an Israelite. You're still going to an Israelite.
And would he tell her like it ain't good to give away Israel bread?
But I'm saying they only get to our God. They got to come through us. They got to come through us. There's no way around it. You got to come to an Israelite. Period.
Get that daily bread.
Yeah. See, this whole believing in Christ and all that, and get to God, they're trying to circumvent what God set up, and that's what they're gonna bump their head every single time. Wow. You got to go to an Israelite. Doesn't matter.
I come
no matter how you twist it and turn it.
The lost sheep of the house of Israel.
You got to go. Yeah. The last person that's able to get to the Most High without going to an Israelite was Balaam.
Mhm.
He was the last. And that's because he knew of the Most High through Melchizedek.
Mhm.
He had to go through Melchizedek, preach to the Most High God,
Mhm.
right? Not only him, Job too.
Mhm.
Job was part of Abraham's family. The priest at that time was Melchizedek. Where's the other priest at?
Then we wasn't around at that time.
Yeah, we wasn't an Israel. We didn't listen at that time. We were just coming. We were just coming through, getting Isaac, coming to Jacob, and so on and so forth. And Melchizedek is the priest, and everything is filtering through him. So anybody you would run across to know about the Most High God had to have come through Melchizedek. Because there's always a mediator between God and man. The mediator is at that time is Melchizedek, right? Shem.
Mhm.
That's how Abraham knew God. He knew God through Shem, right?
Oh.
And Shem and Noah, right? Shem, Noah, and Eber, right?
Mhm. And he's still the forefathers of Israel.
God.
It's just we wasn't around that. We was in the making.
Yeah, see, they don't want to go to us because they have to bow down.
Mhm.
But the text says you're going to bow down.
Come.
So
Yep.
you don't do that, then you're never going to get to the Most High. That's how it's going to have to go. Please don't, and tell them, please don't read Isaiah 56, because they'll get hurt. Cut, slice, dice. All right. Acts chapter 1, verse 14. Uh, 13, my bad. Acts chapter 1, verse 13.
I'll tell you.
Go ahead.
Acts chapter 1, reading at verse 13. And when they were come in, they went up unto an upper room where abode both Peter and James and John and Andrew, Philip and Thomas, Bartholomew, and Matthew, James, the son of
James, the son of
Alphaeus, and Simon Zelotes,
Zealots,
and Judas, and brothers of James.
And Judah, the brother of James, right? We don't see here at this point the other man we read in Matthew 10, which is Thaddeus, who's also called Libius, or is it Libius, also called Thaddeus? Yeah, we're saying it backwards, right?
I think Thaddeus was first.
Is Thaddeus called Libius? Okay, we don't see that name here. You get something that this is Judas right here. Judas, the brother of James. That's Thaddeus, because they had a similar meaning. But I think that it is him. Could be, but is it Judas, the Lord's brother? Could it be Judas, the Lord's brother? One of his brothers came in, was one of the 12. Is that possible? Nah.
Not
I don't think so. Here's why I don't think so. St. John chapter 7.
so with the Matthias fulfilled for after.
Chapter 7, verse 3.
St. John's chapter 7, verse 3.
Go ahead.
His brethren, you got the wrong one highlighted.
Go ahead.
Okay. His brethren therefore said unto him, Depart hence and go unto Judea, that thy disciples also may see the works that thou doest.
So his family knew he had disciples, right? There was even at one point rolling with Jesus and the disciples when he went to the feast, right? Let's read it right there, right? St. John chapter 2. How were you at? When someone gave St. John. Second chapter. All the way. Right. You know what? Let me just go here and grab it. Even simpler to get it right here. Let me get it right to the verse. Ooh. St. John chapter 2, verse 12. All right. Go ahead.
St. John chapter 2, reading at verse 12. After this, he went down to
Capernaum.
Capernaum. He and his
mother Mary, go ahead.
And his brethren.
And his brethren, go ahead.
And his disciples.
And his disciple. All together went to Capernaum. Go ahead.
And they continued there not many days.
So they're all together. So his mother and his brethren all know about his disciples, right? And then I forgot the other verse that we read. It mentions his sisters. Okay. Right? The verse that we read, I think, but the verse that they mentioned his sisters, right? And because it mentioned his sisters, we know that the phraseology is talking about three or more. Right? Because if it was two, it would have been both his sisters, it would say. Because it says his sisters, it's then letting us know it's like three or more. Okay. Right? So it's more than two of them. Just to show you, again, this goes back. Mary had more children, had daughters, right? And men. So they know other disciples. That's why we read back here in St. John chapter 7, he's telling them, they're telling him, right? Depart, go hence, go into Judea, and your disciples, right? Because we're not going, but you and your disciples, that you may do your works, they do us your works, right? That's what he's telling them, right? Verse 4.
Verse 4.
That's you, Isaiah. Back to verse 4.
Verse 4.
St. John chapter 7, verse 4.
For there is no man that does anything in secret, and himself seeketh to be known openly. If thou does these things, show thyself to the world.
Another verse showing you that the world is talking about the nation of Israel. Christ didn't show himself to the world at no point when he was here in the first century. If he showed himself to the world, they why would they tell him to show himself to every person on the earth? They're not saying that. They're saying to Israel.
They ain't sure the Egyptians ain't for that. The Romans ain't for that. There's a lot of people against that.
Go ahead.
For neither, I gotta move the cursor up. For neither.
No, we got verse 5 right there. For
neither did his brother believe in him.
See, neither did his brethren believe in him. See? So this is the verse where I'm saying that Judas, maybe not his brother, because his brother in here didn't believe in him, right? At this point right here, when they're doing this ministry, his brethren, right, his Adelphos come up with the same womb, did not believe in him at this point, right? So that Judas there could be that is who is Libius.
Okay. Hey, can I ask a question?
Yes, sir.
The thing is, this has got to be a really hard time for the Messiah, for your own brethren to not believe in you, right? But because I know they had to know something was different about him when he was growing up, right? Like they had to know he had a different, like they knew he was different. So for them not to believe,
How?
Because if the Bible said he never committed any sin. He was 100. He always being truthful. I mean, you know what I mean. He was always. You in the household, you know your brothers and sisters be doing little sneaky stuff, wilding out. You know what I mean. That mom and daddy don't know about, just being mischievous kids, right? But he had to be a different. Yes.
So you saying from the time he came out the womb, he never did anything wrong.
Correct. He never broke the law. That's what I'm gonna say. He never broke the law.
Right. The reason I'm asking the question is that you do know that between you being born and till you get to like verse 12, you're not held accountable for breaking the law according to Israelite culture, right? Because you're learning.
I know that.
You're not held accountable until you get to a certain age.
I get it. Yeah, I understand that.
So I'm saying, so between that time before he's accountable to him learning it, is it possible he did something between that time?
I would say no, because it don't say that. You know what I mean? I don't even speculate that. If he was teaching the elders at it don't say what age, remember that story when his father, remember he told him about my father's business? I would say he was an adolescent at that time, right?
No, I think he said he was 12, I think he was.
Yeah, that's still an adolescent. I mean, he's not like a teenager. You know what I mean? He's not like in his 20s when
No,
he
but
doing that.
he's held accountable at that. That's what I said. When he turned 12, he's held accountable for the law. But before that, if he was breaking it, they would say no, that doesn't count.
But that's what I'm saying though. Let's say, well, I ain't gonna say that. All I'm saying at 12, if he's able to teach the people, we know before 12, he didn't just get it at 12. He already had to have some type of, like, even in this world system right now, we see geniuses, we see smart people, little smart kids. We put them up on a pedestal when they real intelligent. Like, you put them in special classes or whatever. They're like little geniuses, right? Even today. So I'm saying that we can identify the smart kids today. We talking about this guy is teaching our king, you know what I'm saying, at 12 is able to go teach rabbis. So we know something had to be special about him, and they had to be able to identify that. You understand what I'm saying?
I get you, but that's what I'm saying to you. If what you saying is true, why they don't believe in him then?
And that's my question. That's what I was going to get to. What I'm saying, if they see that he's doing this stuff, I think that it's more so. Well, I was going to ask the question. My question was going to be this. My question was going to be, okay, we know they had to know it was something special about him just by the mere fact that he was be able to teach rabbis. So he was an intelligent person, right? And I know he had to be honored his mother, well mannered or whatever, right? Now, did they not believe in him because it was a jealousy or something, or it couldn't have been a lack of proof of him being like who he was?
He's
You understand what I'm saying? I don't think it was a lack of proof to know, like, yo, like, because by the time this scripture here, I mean, I'm asking a question too. By the time that we read this scripture here, he's already 33, right? He's already in his ministry.
He's 30.
Right, he's 30. He's already in ministry at this time, right?
There's no 33. The ministry is about a year.
Yeah, well, 30. He's 30, he's in his ministry. So we talking about his brother and his household don't see him from a baby all the way to this time. So for them not to believe, is it because of a lack of faith? Like, yo, this guy come out of my same household. Like, it can't be. Or is it jealousy or something? I don't know. That's the question I'm asking. But it can't be a lack of it can't be a lack of evidence. That's what I'm saying. It can't be a lack of evidence.
Why not?
Because again, it's like it'll be like only example I can give. If you got a brother you grew up with, he real fast, or he can jump high, and then a contest come up, cause my brother touched the rim. You've been seeing this for so long, you ain't gonna doubt that he could touch the rim. You've been seeing him do, like, he's athletic. Like, if you got a brother, his talents. You know your brother's talents. And then so I'm saying they've been in the household with him. They know, like, bro, if we got brothers or even some of my cousins, we know their talents. We know what they can do. The world may not know, but deep down your talents, your brother's talents. You in the household with them. They can't hide it. So, you know what I mean? It's not for a lack of evidence. They grew up in the house with him. So I don't know how to answer that question, but I don't think it was for a lack of evidence of him doing miraculous things.
We get two verses for you, brother.
Yes.
Matthew chapter 13, verse 57. Matthew 13. Verse 57. This might answer your question. Who got that?
I got it.
Go ahead.
Matthew chapter 13, starting at verse 57. And they were offended in him, but Jesus said unto them, a prophet is not without honor, save his own country, save in his own country and in his own house.
See?
Oh, wow.
I'm with you. I get that.
He doesn't have no. he doesn't have no honor in his own country or in his own house. He's a prophet, but there's no honor. They have no honor. They don't look at him like that.
Because beautiful. Because I know that scripture. I was trying to think. I can't call the text right now, but you know the scripture say the child grew in wisdom and knowledge. You know what I mean? So
Yes, yeah, he grew. He grew. It says he grew in knowledge with God and men. I think it says too.
yeah, is it Luke 2:50 something? Luke 2:50, I believe.
Huh.
But so I'm saying that's just. I think it's because familiarity. You know what I'm saying? You don't like you don't look at my talents as like the gift because you like it's like we know him. He just that's what he do.
Yeah, but
Or
hey,
is it hate? Or is it hate?
Server Smith, you mentioned your question, Server Smith, right?
Yes.
Mention your question, right? Would you believe would you believe, right, that your entire nation is waiting for the Messiah to come, and he's actually your brother? He's actually your brother, right? You look. Would you believe? Now, see, you said it because it's after the fact stuff. We 2,000 years later.
Yeah.
At that time, you be like, you are not the one we were waiting for thousands of years. I mean, you smart. I give you that. You smart, right? You got people following you. You got that. You got a big church, all of that. You know what I'm saying? But you have to sit up there and say, this is the one, this is the son of, you ain't finna go believe that. Come on, Service, man.
I'm gonna tell you why. I'll tell you this.
Especially why y'all these kids, they was younger. If he 12, then they was younger than him. They don't recognize
They're
that.
young. I'm saying, brother,
That's why I'm asking.
Talking about here.
No, that's why I'm asking this question. That's why I'm trying to figure out the timing. When this is going on, are they adults at this time, or are they still teenagers? Like, are they still kids?
Yeah, though, because he's 30 at this time. He's 30. Right?
Yeah. So
they have to be at least in their 20s or something.
right. So that's what I'm saying. These are not little kids, they already grown.
Yeah.
So by that time, I would know that it'll just be me not believing it, but by this time, I will already seen my brother in his walk. I already seen his life. You know what I mean?
How would you listen? Christ ain't the only one. I guess that's why I read earlier where it talks about how the Pharisees' disciples was casting out demons too, right? You had what you don't see in the background, the text don't tell you. You had many men like Christ going around and had people following them that was doing stuff like that. He never wasn't no. He was like, would just
but they weren't casting out demons though.
They was casting out demons too.
No, before hold on, you had people casting out demons before Christ.
Yes. That's why Christ asked the Pharisees. He said, let me show you the verse.
Come, he just asked the Pharisees.
Yeah, the Pharisees, they were doing it.
So that means, hold on. Okay, go ahead. Let me
show you the verse. We just went a bit earlier.
Come. Matthew 8 and 12. Or
what is it? Was 12 and I think it was 13.
Probably was. I had to, I'm cleaning these buildings right now, but go ahead.
Matthew chapter 12, verse 27.
Right.
Matthew chapter 12, verse 27.
Go ahead.
And if I by Beelzebub cast out devils, by whom do your children cast them out?
Right. So he's telling the Pharisees that the Pharisees' children and their disciples, their students, they're casting out devils. So if the Pharisees' students can't cast out devils, that means Pharisees was casting out devils because they taught them how to do it. And the Pharisees were the most numerous people there at this time.
I don't think that the scripture is saying the Pharisees were casting out devils because just off the top, well, I would say this. Well, we have to admit this then. I'll ask you this. Were these Pharisees righteous men right here that he's talking to?
Yeah, Christ tells us, unless your righteousness shall exceed the righteousness of the Pharisees. They had righteousness.
No, but so these was godly men then, because if they got the devil's spirit in, because this same verse, well, if these guys, well, these people godly men, they would have to be godly men because the devil can't cast out the devil.
Yeah, some of them were godly men. That's why I pointed how two of them buried Christ, right?
No, no, I know those two brothers. I'm saying
They
the
were
sect that he's talking
Pharisees.
to, right? No, no, I know those brothers. We have like Paul was a Pharisee, right? But I'm talking about these guys here. I always thought these guys here were in opposition of Christ.
These guys here are Pharisees.
No, no, no. I know they Pharisees, but all Pharisees weren't bad. You know what I mean? You know
Okay,
that. But what I'm
you
saying
don't tell
though,
us which Pharisee. Well, listen, if Pharisee is a blanket statement, so if you're gonna say Pharisee, you're gonna have to include all of them.
no, 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 because you got Pharisees that were righteous, and you have Pharisees. When I mean righteous, I mean following God. They what can I put this? They weren't vipers, because you know he called the Pharisees vipers, right?
Yes,
Could a Pharisee that's called a viper cast out a demon?
that's a vibe. Yeah, he's a vibe. He has some righteousness. Yeah, of course.
I can't hear you. So a Pharisee that's a
Yes,
demon,
yes,
that's a
yes. My answer is
so,
yes, yes.
oh, okay. So how could that be when the devil can't cast out itself? Because that's what the text say.
He's not cast. The what?
Okay, listen. Listen what I'm saying.
Yeah,
The devil, the Christ said, the devil cannot cast out himself. He'll be defeating his own self. He won't do that, right?
facts, facts.
So that's why I'm asking you. If you're telling me these guys were the devil, how could they then be casting out the devil,
No. I didn't say that was the devil. What are you talking about? Who said it was the devil?
He
bro?
said
That's why
they
that's
have.
why I just said, bro. Go ahead.
Wait a minute. Let me ask you a quick, because I'm you kind of confusing me a little bit. You know what I'm saying? What you trying to say that there are some Pharisees who are godly and some Pharisees who are not godly? Am I correct?
Correct.
Okay. This verse right here that we at right here, it says Pharisee. It don't say if these are the godly ones or the ungodly ones. Yes or no?
Correct.
Okay, so but what it does tell us though, the people who he's speaking to, these Pharisees, he tells them, he says that if I cast them out by Beelzebub the devils, he telling them then by whom do your children cast them out then? So he's telling these Pharisees here that your children do cast out demons, but by how do they cast them out? Is what he asking them right here. Do you agree with the verse is saying?
Correct. But
Okay,
we
so
would have to conclude. Hold on. But we would have to conclude that if these Pharisees, if their children are casting out demons, the ones that's doing the casting out the demons, even though they're a sect of the Pharisees, they're not demons. They don't. They're not. They're not following the devil.
okay, so who taught them to cast out demons?
They would have to be under the Spirit of God. Just like when David was like, we know David was under the Spirit of God when he would play those violins, whatever he was playing, and the demon would come out of the brother Saul. I mean, whoever these Pharisees was, it had to be done by the Spirit. But these particular Pharisees, if they were casting out demons, could not be a part of the ones that were demons.
Wait a minute, what? Huh? So confusing.
The ones that he called vipers, you know, he called them vipers, snakes. When he called them your fathers of the devil, he was talking to the Pharisees, right?
I think they could have.
Is he talking to all of them?
Hold on, this one's saying when he can't be if he called the Pharisees. You know the scripture where he says your fathers of the devil.
Yes. Uh-huh.
Okay, he was talking to the Pharisees, right?
Yes.
Those Pharisees that followed the devil could not be casting out the devil. That's what I'm saying.
Okay, so that's what I'm trying to say. So when he talking to Pharisees, he's dividing the Pharisees up. Is that what you're saying?
According to, if you say these are the Pharisees, if all I'm saying, if any Pharisee that's casting out a demon, he cannot be a part of the group that's the fathers called the devil. They'll have to be like part of like your boy that took him, Nicodemus probably, and the other brother that put him in the tomb. You know what I'm saying? They would have to be the ones that was just in that sect, but they were actually righteous men. They couldn't have, their father could not have been the devil, and they could still be casting out a demon. That would go against the scripture.
Okay.
That's all I'm saying.
So when Christ said you have your father the devil, how do you understand that verse exactly? Because I'm trying
Hold on, let me make sure I'm following right. Do you think the devil can cast out the devil? Let me ask that, because maybe I don't want to go in a circle. Do you think the devil can cast out himself?
he's not going to cast out himself. He can cast out another demon, not himself.
Isn't the demon a part of even the okay? Oh, I don't get lost. I don't want to get lost in the sauce here. Can the
You get lost.
devil okay, hold on. Would the devil, Satan himself, cast out a demon?
Yes,
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So
because
when he hold on. If he do that, just so I'm clear, will he not be tearing down his own kingdom?
yes.
He don't care.
Okay.
Okay, have you heard the phrase "There's no honor among thieves"?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, so
But
if,
that I mean
if there's no honor
yeah.
among thieves, if Satan saw a demon possessing somebody,
Mhm.
and Satan wanted to possess that person,
Mhm.
he has to get that demon out of there so he can get in. Yes or no?
I don't understand. I don't understand. I'm trying to follow you.
Oh,
If Satan, you said if Satan,
like,
go ahead,
whoa.
run that back
If
again.
if a demon possessed a particular individual, but Satan wanted to get into that person, he had to get that demon out of there for him to get in. Yes or no?
If Satan is cat, okay, so you got a person that got a demon in him,
Yes.
and then he see another person casted a demon out of that person.
No, no, no. Satan wants to get into that person that that demon is in.
That vessel.
Okay, oh, gotcha. So now this is the thing. Why would Satan's already in him?
No, Satan is already there's a demon in him. Not Satan.
Hold on. Oh,
The
okay, I see what
demon
you're
is in
saying.
him.
Okay, hold on, brother. Maybe I'm missing this. So, do you think Satan is in people right now today, or is Satan's spirit like the demons? Or do you think Satan himself? Satan only can be one place at one time.
Yeah,
Satan
so
can't. He's not omnipresent. So Satan is not
that's
going
what I'm
around
saying.
getting to people.
Yeah, I agree with you.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying to you. If a demon is inside another person and Satan wants to get inside that person for whatever reason, he has to cast that demon out, put him out, that person, for him to get
No,
in.
no. I mean that will not make any sense. That won't happen. Why would? Because I'm already okay. The demons, the demons and the wicked spirits, the devils, right? The ones antichrist. They're part of Satan's crew, right?
Uh-huh.
I can't hear you.
Yes, yes, yes. Uh-huh.
Okay, so if Satan, so if a demon is already, if Satan know his crew is already in that vessel, I don't need to be in them because I got other things to do. They already been controlled by my spirit. So why would he even? I mean, that doesn't make any sense. He you know what I'm saying? I already got control over this vessel.
No, you do. You don't. That other demon does, but you do not.
But,
You don't. And here's why.
wait,
Christ
hold
said,
on, hold on. I'm trying to understand. When you
answer the
oh,
question. Let me answer the
go ahead.
question. That's the question, right?
Yeah, but I'm trying to. I don't want to lose what you're saying. When you say you don't, you talking about Satan don't, or
So Satan don't, that demon does.
so okay. So do the demons? Are they? So this one I'm trying to follow you. Are the demons controlled by Satan, or do the demons have their own mind?
Demons got their own mind.
No honor
So
among.
Satan, so Satan is not. So Satan don't control them.
They don't control them. They're in his kingdom. They're not, listen,
Hmm.
does everybody in the kingdom reverence the king?
If you follow in Christ, yes, yes, of course.
That's not what I asked you.
But that's a question that you can't be. You answering a question that makes no sense because you have different people in the kingdom that's not under the authority of the king. If you're under the authority of the king,
No, that's incorrect. Everybody in the kingdom is under the authority of the king. But there's people in the kingdom that don't reverence the king.
okay, brother,
Yes
okay,
or no?
no, that's not true.
That
Well,
is,
okay, let me. Are you talking? Hold on. Are you talking about? Hold on. Let me be clear. When you say a kingdom, are you talking about like now or when Christ return? Are you talking about like now?
I'm talking about now and when Christ returned.
Okay, so I did it when Christ returned, right? Because this be more easier. When Christ returned, Christ is going to rule with the iron rod, right? So you either going to be a part of Christ or you're going to be on the other side. There's no middleman. You either going to be rocking with Christ or you're going to be rocking with the opposition. Am I wrong about that or no?
Are people gonna be rocking with the opposition?
Okay, I'm saying it's either Christ or you rocking with the opposition, right?
Okay. Oh, either which way. What I'm saying to you, there's gonna be people that's rocking with the opposition in his kingdom.
Okay, but I'm saying those people are still under the authority of the devil.
They're the authority
You
of the
even
king.
you
That's what I said. Everybody in the kingdom is under the authority of the king. That's what I said.
no. Listen, look. Just because I'm in your kingdom, right, doesn't mean that I'm under your authority.
Yes, it does.
Okay.
That's what king means.
If you're in my kingdom, and I say, come to me, and you don't come to me, what's gonna happen to you?
He did.
Off with you.
If you're in my kingdom, you're under my authority. What kind of something
Oh,
that man?
okay. Maybe I can explain like this. All right, you got the kingdom that's over rulership, right? But each individual have their own spirit that's inside this kingdom. So individually, what's controlling that soul? That's what I'm talking about. We understand that Christ, anybody that's like everybody in America is under America, right? You're under this government authority, right? We know that. But some people, they're not law-abiding citizens. We know that. So what I'm saying is that in the kingdom, Christ is ruling, right? Inside the kingdom. But what's ruling the person's soul? That's what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the individual soul. Your soul is either being ruled by the devil or is under the authority of God. That's what I'm trying to say. Do we agree on that? Even though you're in the kingdom, but who's ruling their soul? Your body is inside this particular realm, the
So
kingdom. But who's
you
ruling the soul?
individual. No. You rule your soul. You're an individual. You rule your soul. You make a decision. God is going to force
But
you to do nothing. That's why God said, choose life or death. He's not forcing you to do nothing.
no. But when you choose, you're still choosing to come under an authority either of God or the devil.
I understand,
Either
but you can also listen at any point. You can stop going that way. Am I right or wrong? You can say, "Well, I'm stop following the Most High Christ." Is that right?
correct. No, you're right. But you're right. But what I'm trying to say, brother, whatever you're sitting is at any given point, you're under the authority of either God or the devil. Right or wrong?
I kind of see what he's saying too.
That's what I'm saying. I've been saying that.
He's talking about like the one-mindedness, like
No. There's none of that.
yeah, that's what he's.
I'm talking about in Satan's kingdom, not the Most High.
Come.
In Satan's kingdom, because Paul tells us we must all be in one mind, think be on the same page. We speaking of Satan kingdom. I'm speaking of a devil that's possessing the person,
Come.
and Satan wants to get in there, right? And here's the reason why I'm saying that to try to explain to him. This is why I say that, right?
Mhm.
We know that this world is being ran by Satan. He's the authority, right? We know that, right? But we read in the book of Daniel where we have two angels who's supposed to be under Satan.
Mhm.
They are different,
Mhm.
right? We have the prince of Persia,
Mhm.
right?
Mhm.
You know, the prince of Grecia,
Mhm.
right?
Mhm.
What happens at some point? At some point, right? The prince of Grecia takes down who? The prince of Persia. These are angels over this kingdom. The only way that the Greeks can rule is they have a battle with the Persians and Mede and take them down. But over the empire is another angel, right? A fallen angel. So you have another fallen angel over Greece, having a battle with another fallen angel over Persia and taking him down, right? They're not saying, listen, let us rule together. Listen, we all under Satan. Let us get along, and we can all rule over here, you rule over there. That's not what they're doing.
Right.
Greece attack Persia and take them down. So we see within the kingdom of Satan, they're divided. They're not together. That's what I'm saying. So I'm saying to you, seeing that, know that that's there. These are high level fallen angels. They're not no regular demons possessing these people. They over an entire kingdom, and they don't get along. You know what I'm saying? So I'm saying if and bringing it down to an individual now, coming down to an individual, Christ tells us he spit the disciples. He says, and one of you is a devil, right? Throughout the ministry of Christ, we read about Judas being a thief. So we already had a demon in him already, right? But then we read later on that then Satan possessed him later on to betray Christ. So obviously that demon that was in him that was doing the stealing, he had to get him out of there for him to get in there and have him betray Christ. Does that make sense?
Okay. I hear you, but this is the issue. Maybe this is cleared up for me. Right now, in today's time, because we, like you said earlier, Satan is the god of this world, right? According to the text, is Satan kingdom standing today?
Yes.
So this is why I'm saying what I'm saying, Leon, because the text says, the one in Matthew says, his kingdom will be divided and will not stand. That's what I'm saying. Satan won't be casting out Satan because the kingdom will fall. So we talking about over 2,000 and something years ago, this stuff is going on. His kingdom would have been failed. And this is the reason why I believe the Democrat and Republic are the same party, because America would have been failed. But that's neither here nor there. But that's why I'm saying that if Satan is casting out himself or demons, as the text say, and that's why Christ is bringing this up, the kingdom would be destroyed.
Okay, I I think what you're missing is the repetition of things, right? Like I brought out last week when we was here, when Christ says, "Seek and ye shall find," right? Knock and ye
Right.
shall find, right?
Mm-hmm.
What's missing from the verse, what people don't get from the Greek, right? Is the word what? Keep asking, keep knocking, keep seeking. This is what it's telling you to do. The Greek is telling you can keep doing this, keep doing it. Because when you knock one time, that doesn't mean it's open to you when you knock one time. No, that's not how it works. You don't get it if you ask one time, do it. You got to continue to ask. You got to keep asking, right? When you seek, you don't find it. When you keep seeking, then you eventually find it, right?
Show you really want it.
Right. So I'm saying, so if Satan cast out one demon one time, that ain't gonna affect his kingdom. But if he continues to do it over and over again consistently, then it's gonna fall. One time or two times ain't gonna affect his kingdom. But if he continues to do it over and over again, over for hundreds and hundreds of years, then it's gonna fall because it's in pulling brick by brick, brick by brick, pulling it down. You pull one or two bricks, that's not gonna affect your kingdom.
You gotta play it off just to drag
That's what I'm
somebody
saying.
else in and make you a believer.
What I'm saying to you is that it's like, I remember we had a disagreement, right? We had a disagreement that, right? Can the Most High lie? And I said he can, but he won't. You see what I'm saying? Can Satan cast out another demon? Yes, he can. He can do it. But the situation is he would only do it if there's reason enough to do it. Right? That is something he wants to do in that particular body to get something else affected over here, then he will take him out because then you're in my way. I can do better than you. So you're gonna move out. Sometimes there's someone better than you to do that job. You're a demon, you're working for me, but listen, what I want done, you ain't got the mind or the power to do it. I gotta get in there and do it. Right? Listen, why didn't Satan just send a demon to go inside of Judas and to go betray Christ? Why he gotta do it himself? Why did he gotta jump at Judas and do it himself? Because he know only he's the one that can get that done.
I want it done right.
He gotta get that done.
If you want something done, you got right, you gotta do it yourself.
The text already called him a devil already. You know what I'm saying? So I ain't gotta worry about that. The demon is in there gonna do it. I ain't gotta jump in there and possess Judas. The demon in there gonna do it already.
Right. No,
That's not what happened.
I pulled that demon out.
He
got
did it
out
himself.
myself.
Like he wanted Moses' body, he wanted Job.
So I'm saying we know Judas had a demon in him already. We know that. Christ called him a devil from the jump. This is before Satan possessed him. Right or wrong?
Yeah, but hold on. When he called him a devil, they just call him like, well, when somebody is called a devil, does that mean they have a demon in them, or they just antichrist, adversary?
A devil.
Or does that mean anything? Anybody that's called a devil, that mean they got a devil in them?
Yes.
Okay, it's good stuff. Okay, I guess go ahead.
Okay. So I'm saying that demon that was in him, because again, we read in the text that he was a thief. So we know what that kind of spirit that is.
It's a doorway.
Well, should I still?
Right? We understand what that is. Right? And his name is Issachariot, which means a man of murder. See, he could have committed murder and all of that. That's why he was called the devil from the jump, right? Man of murder. See, he had a demon already on him, and in him and all of that.
Hey, brother, so somebody, and I'm asking this question, this is serious. I ain't trying to be funny. I'm a serious question. If somebody, is the devil, would you consider the devil wicked?
Yes.
Well, here's why I say this, right? Because when we as Hebrew Israelites in the past, we would say that the so-called white man is the devil, or we say he's the devil, right? People think we're calling him the spiritual demon Satan, but we're not. We're not saying that, because devil means deceitful and evil, right?
So when people call him the devil, what were they saying?
We call him deceitful and evil, right? The word devil means someone that's deceitful and evil, right?
So that's why I just go ahead.
Yeah, so because the spiritual demon don't have a name. He have titles. He have a title like Satan, right? Titles like devil, the accuser of the brethren, right? The God of this world. He has titles, right? We never get his name, his literal name. Never get his literal name. Just his titles is what we get from him. You know what I'm saying? So when you talk about devil, are you speaking of a spiritual demon or a person? Or did we lose it? Okay.
Wow. That's deep. That's deep.
I'm sorry. What? Say that again. You say what now?
I said when you use the word devil, are you speaking of the spiritual demon that's called Satan, or are you speaking of an individual?
But I'm talking about the spirit. They led by the spirit of the devil. They've been. That's why I said when somebody is called a devil, are they just an adversary of Christ? And you said no, they're the devil. That's why I asked the question first. When is the devil? Does that just mean an adversary, or is that got the spirit of the devil in them, or is that just an adversary?
No,
You see what I'm saying?
you asked me was he a devil if he's called a
Right.
devil? I said yes, and I was
Okay. Is that considered like did he really have the devil in him, or would that just meaning that he just an adversary like you would call one like y'all say y'all call the white man a devil?
it could be either or both. He could be led by the spirit of Satan, or he could just be an evil and deceitful person. Because when you read in the book of Jeremiah, the Most High say, "Among my people are found wicked men," and we know among his people they're supposed to have the Most High Spirit, but they are still wicked men amongst his people. You know what I'm saying? So
If any man have the spirit of Antichrist, he's the Antichrist. That's
yeah,
what it
but
says in John, First John.
you could be led by the spirit of Satan, not necessarily possessed by the spirit of Satan, but led by the spirit of Satan. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but I mean, okay. The reason I'm asking this question, brother, is because if you led by the spirit of God, you're a son of God, right? If you led by the spirit of the devil, you're following him. You're under his authority at that time, right? So that's who your ruler is. That's who your master is, right or wrong.
Huh.
So what I'm saying is like if somebody is being led by the spirit of the devil is their master. There's nowhere around that. It's for my understanding. So my question is, and the reason I'm asking this question before I ask the question again, I'll tell you why. Because like say we say they're wicked, that means condemnation, right? That's what you said.
No,
So
that's not what I said. Don't misquote me. That's not what I
yeah,
said.
let me say this. When I used to call the people wicked, you say don't say that because wicked means I'm condemning them. They're condemned. That's what you told me.
Yeah. The way you was using it, then yeah, you was condemning it. Well, how you were using it. That's why I
Right.
said
So I'm saying, so if you call somebody wicked, okay, if somebody's wicked, are they condemned?
not already. They get down. They still have time to change. That's why I
But at
told.
that time, but I'm saying at that time, say somebody at the time they're performing homosexuality, would you deem that a wicked act?
Yes, yes, a wicked act. Come,
And would that person be considered wicked for doing that act?
of course,
Okay, so they're condemned at that time unless they repent.
facts.
Okay, this is what I'm saying. So I asked it. I want to put words in my mouth. Would you consider the devil or Satan wicked?
Come,
Right. So now, if somebody is under his authority and they're following him, they will already be condemned. They will already be condemned as being wicked.
yes, of course. Uh-huh.
So now, if this person is already condemned to be wicked, why would Satan have to now get into them? They're already condemned as being wicked. If they already antichrist, they already condemned. So what? Why would I have to get into them to condemn them more?
To have them carry out some kind of act that you want them to do. You want them to do a specific act.
So am I casting out that demon? Like I'm trying to figure out because I don't see how somebody that's already on like why would Satan cast out? Maybe I got to look into the word casting out or because casting out to me, I guess the word casting out is that like you're defeating, you're taking over control of that temple. So this
Yeah,
I think Christ when he's saying that like I don't think a wicked Pharisee can cast out a demon. You know what I mean? I don't see how that can happen.
I'm
I
not
don't see how.
I didn't say that. What I said was that the verse that we have right here up on the screen Christ is asking them, he says, he's casting them out by Beelzebub. He says, by whom do your children cast them out? Christ is confirming here that their students are casting out devils in this verse right here.
No, but I don't think Christ is saying they're casting out demons. I think it's a question he's trying to be what's the word, like not sarcasm, but he's like, yo, like like the devil can't cast out himself. I think the text actually say that the devil can't. Don't they say the devil can't cast out the devil in that text? Hold on, I
No,
think the text actually say that.
where? Where does it say that?
Where is it said he won't be able to stand or something, like he won't be able to stand.
It don't say that Satan can't cast out Satan. It don't say that. He says if he cast out, say he cast out Satan. He don't say he can't.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. So if he's letting you know, if he does that, he can't stand. He will be going against himself. So the mindset is like, why would he even? Why would he do that? Because he'd be dividing himself. It would be like, what's the point? Because he's trying to make his kingdom rule. He's trying to make his kingdom stronger. So I see what you're saying. I understand you're saying, well, he'll do it so he can get a more point across or whatever. But it will still be dividing his kingdom.
You know, everybody, listen. Do you agree that Judas had a devil either in him or leading him before Satan jumped inside of him?
No, I think he was breaking the law of the commandments, and I think he was following. He was a lawbreaker. He was a thief, right? He was following that spirit. But I don't think the demon. I don't think he was possessed by a demon.
Which spirit was he following?
Okay, like you said earlier, like for example, if he lend his members over as servants of the devil, like you breaking these laws of commandments, you being unrighteous. So he just being unrighteous, and that led to Satan being allowed to come inside of him. He opened the door because he was being disobedient. You know what I mean? Because he was a thief. He you know what I mean? That story is talked about when he like or the text when he say he wanted the money bag or whatever, the oil. You know the story about the oil when that's when they first called him a thief because he was like that money could be gave to the poor, and then Christ said he only said that because he was a thief, not because he wanted to feed the poor. So he had a he was the lawbreaker. So by him being that particular way, I don't think he was possessed by a demon. He just was because people break the law don't mean they're possessed by a demon. He just was a lawbreaker. You know what I mean? He wasn't walking according to the law and the commandments. So this opened the door for Satan to come into his heart.
Okay.
Because I don't believe everybody today that's breaking, that's a liar, that's a thief. I don't believe they're possessed by a demon. But I do believe that opens the door for Satan to come in.
I said, was he led by a demonic force or had a demonic force in him when Christ called
I
him?
would say he was definitely led by his flesh. He was being led by his flesh, and then Satan came into him. I'll say it that way. But I don't think he was possessed before Satan came into him.
So he's a thief according to his flesh, right?
Right.
Oh,
Because sin is in the flesh. So, what I'm saying? All of us got sin in our flesh, but the key is not to obey that sin. So he just was obeying his flesh.
okay, so then why did Christ call him a devil?
Because he was adversary. That's why earlier, brother, I asked, like you say, anytime you say the word devil, don't mean you possess. He just been an adversary to Christ. Anybody walking in their flesh, they're adversary. You know what I mean? That they're going against, or anybody breaking God's law and commandments at that time, that they're going against His word. So you're adversary to the truth. So you could be called a devil, but that don't mean you possess.
You're using the wrong terminology.
Well, help me out. That's what I'm saying. That's why I'm asking the question, because if I'm using the wrong term, I mean, just help me out. I don't know. You know what I'm saying?
You
Like,
ask
what's the right terminology?
you adversary is Satan. Devil
Well,
is some
okay.
devil.
What's the Antichrist then?
I'm explaining it to you because that's why I say using the terminology incorrectly. You talk
Okay.
about adversary. Adversary means Satan. Satan means an adversary, right?
Okay.
When
Right.
someone's called a devil, the word means someone that's deceitful and evil.
Okay. So somebody that's deceitful and evil, does that mean they possess by the devil?
They could be. They could be. They could be because Christ called him outright a devil, right? He called him and says,
Okay.
one of you. It says one of you is a devil. That's
Okay, okay.
he's at point saying you are an evil and a deceitful person. Clearly, that's what he's at least letting us know that about you when you're called a devil, right? So someone that's deceitful and evil, you would say at minimum he's being led by the spirit of a devil or the spirit of Satan, right? At minimum,
Okay.
right?
Okay.
He could be
Okay.
possibly be possessed by a demon, not necessarily true, but he could be possessed by a demon while he's doing what he's doing, right? He could also be
Okay.
by the spirit of Satan himself, right? Or even possessed by Satan himself, led by his spirit or possessed by him at this point. You know what I'm saying? All of these different things here are applicable to a person like that. But we know when it comes to Judas, Satan literally entered into him. The text tells us that Satan entered inside of him, went inside of him, right? And he was already called a devil before that incident even happened, right? So it's possible he could have had a demon in there already, or at minimum he was led by a demonic force or by Satan's spirit already before that literally happened.
All right. And we know you can have more than one devil in you at one time, right? You have a whole legion in you, so to speak.
You have more than one in you. You know what I'm saying?
Right. So how would you know, or how would we know what would be your, I know the test is in 1 John 2, try the spirit by the spirit, but how would you be able to identify, or do you know how to identify if somebody is actually have a demon in them, or they're just being led by them? Is there any way for us to know that?
You know, if you got a demon, it would all go down to the magnitude of what they're doing. You know what I'm saying? If they're doing a little petty stealing and if they're talking about murdering people and shoot people in the head and all that, then you know what I'm saying, there's something more going on here. He possessed with something to be doing something that agree. He going around shooting, you know what I'm saying, random people all over the place. He's possessed by a demon. Right? Because with the people that you see that went to that theater and was shoot the theater up, when you see him, his eye look like he don't know where he was. Like something possessed him. He looked like spaced out, like he don't know what he just did.
On the Batman,
No, the dude that shut the theater up back in the years ago.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
It was a Batman.
With the Batman thing?
Yeah.
When you saw a picture of him, his eye looked like he don't know what he did. Like he looked like he was possessed with something. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, he didn't know where he was.
You know where he was. He like, what happened? Like, what? I did what? You shot the people up? No. Yeah, you did. Yeah, you did. You know what I'm saying? And that's the case in plenty of times where of these people come off of that situation, they don't know what happened to them.
Right. Yeah. Where am I?
Something else.
Where am I?
Over. Had them do this. They don't know what they did.
Wow.
People have testified this on camera. They said when people tell them, "Hey, no, you went over there and you did something," they're like, "I did what?"
Yeah.
Even like in Snap.
Yeah.
That shows.
They don't know what they did, and then until they come out of it, you did X, Y, Z. Something took control of you and made you do these things. You know what I'm saying? So I gauge it according to how egregious the act is. You know what I'm saying? If you do a little petty money crime, oh man, that's you. You trying to get paid. You know what I'm saying? But he just murdering people randomly. That's you dealing with some demonic force now.
So you know how people say I blacked out. You know how people say I blacked out. That's like they could be under a spell at that point.
Something took over.
Got you.
That's what they feel. They feel like they blacked out, but something took. You know what I'm saying? Some listen. I'm gonna say this too. I have to say this too as well. Let me say this too as well. There are also cases when that demonic force take over, and you are still conscious what you're doing because you want to do it.
Wow.
Do exactly what you're doing. That demonic force there is in you, also guiding you, but you ain't blanked out because the demon is like, no, he with this. He with this.
That sounds like a snake.
I don't have to, blank him out. I can leave him conscious because he with it.
Kind of like the
You
snake
know what I'm saying?
with it. The snake that tempted Adam.
Because he with it. Sometimes they with it.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
They just need the chance and opportunity.
Yeah, but that demonic force is there to make sure you finish it.
Mm.
You wouldn't want no hiccups. You come out all of a sudden you get you want to do it. No. I'm here to make sure it goes all the way through.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
And if I need to go ahead and do something, then I'm gonna get that done. Right?
Do you think that raised up? Do you think because I'm trying to process how Yahushua was thinking when the Most High told him to pick Judas. So I'm saying, like, what was his? Because I believe he already, because like you said, wait, why are you telling me to pick the devil? Like this dude's a devil. I'm wondering what is his mindset going on when the Most High tells Jesus to pick Judas as one of the 12.
His mindset would be God has a plan.
Okay.
God has a plan, right?
Con.
It's the same thing. The same thing I'm thinking was going to Abraham's mind when God told him go kill Isaac. Right? He gets up and he does it. But he's thinking in his mind all the time, God got some kind of plan going on here. Right?
He would have to know that.
He can raise from the dead. He's something. Right?
Wow.
So he's up and doing it. Saying, no, yeah, he's doing something. Let's get it done. Right? I'm blocking him doing what he wants done. You know what I'm saying? Again, but that's people that's locked in.
Yeah.
You feel me? But we had instances where prophets ask God, like, wait, what? No. And they're like, yes, I need you to get it done. I'll give you an example. Ananias, when Christ told Ananias, he says, go ahead and go to Saul. He's like, no, I said, I know him. He was sent here to kill your followers and stuff. You know what I'm saying? No, Christ said, no. He had chosen vessel unto me. Go. Ananias didn't want to go. Ananias knew who Saul was and why he came to Damascus. He said, Lord, this guy right here, he hunt your people down. You shut you. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, yes. I need you to go. You know what I'm saying? So there are times where they ask questions like, they're not like questioning him.
Right.
But they're saying like, hey, is this correct? You sure about doing this? I just want to be, I'm going to do it, but I want to be sure because to me, to Ananias, it ain't making complete sense.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
He's killing your people.
He's killing your people. You want me to save him?
You don't see the farther plan.
He don't see the big picture.
The prophecy.
See, he don't see the big picture. See? But it's okay to ask a question as long as you're not disrespectful.
Right.
You ask him within a respectful manner. You know what I'm saying? Then the Lord is going to answer you. Oh yeah, no, he's good.
Okay.
He's good. He's with me. Don't worry about it. Just go ahead and do it.
I
Right?
worked it out already. I already worked it out.
As long as you ain't bucking up and say you ain't gonna do it, that's different.
Like Jonah,
Jonah bucked up. He went the other way.
But now us discussing this, I kind of see that he's seen something that he had the question right through there. Like he probably like, oh, wait a minute, maybe I ain't supposed to do it like this, and he just did it wrong. Because Jonah, because he's a prophet of the Most High, right? And I'm thinking like, why would he?
No, he didn't. Jonah didn't go because he knew God would forgive him. That's what he said later on. He said, "Did I not say this to you when you first told me to go?" That's what he said. Did I not say this to you? That when I'm gonna go there, I'm gonna go all the way here and tell them all that they gonna turn, you gonna forgive them, I'm gonna come all the way back. You know what I'm saying? This is what Jonah was saying. And the Lord is saying, what you talking about? I'm about to have mercy on them. They don't know. The text said they don't know their right hand from their left hand.
So I need you to
should not have someone tell them and give them a chance to turn because they don't know. Jonah thinks, man, I gotta go all the way over there and tell him you're gonna forgive him anyway. I gotta come all the way back over here, man.
Jonah.
That's what's going on with Jonah. I don't want to go all the way over there just for that. That's what he tripping on.
I didn't know that's what he
that's what Jonah tripping on.
sailing off in a boat like slow.
But yeah, they say, you're like, oh man, I went over there. Took me about a couple weeks, you know what I'm saying? He forgave me when I came all the way back, man. That's what it was.
Wow. That's good stuff.
It happens.
You think you got no questions in the chat?
I gotta look.
Oh man, that was good, man.
Comments.
Nah, ain't got nobody, man. And the link is in there this time. All right, so this is answering the initial question. It said a prophet is not without honor, save in his own country and in his own house. So this is why his brethren didn't believe in him, right? Because a prophet don't have no honor like that. Not in his own country and in his own house. And that's basically what the people in Capernaum did not honor Christ like that. You know what I'm saying? They didn't view him like that.
He think he know everything. Wow.
Listen, I'm saying this. Listen, it's easy for people today to say what they're saying about Christ's brothers, but if you were there, you would do the same thing. You would do the same thing. You don't believe your brother no prophet. You don't believe he's a Messiah. Come on, really?
Right. You out of all the people in the world, you
It's getting you sleep, Pete.
not believing. Listen, it doesn't matter what you do. You could have walked through the wall. He believe so. So. I've seen that before. It ain't, you know what I'm saying? They ain't gonna believe you. They ain't gonna believe that's you.
Pull the Chris Angle.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Wouldn't be believable.
So
So we hear the story about him 2,000 and some years after.
it's after the fact. All this is after the fact. You know what I'm saying? Listen, some of his disciples, remember when he died? And Thomas says, I ain't gonna believe until I see the holes in his hand. Is that what he said?
Hey, brother.
See what I'm saying?
Hey, Amayan, do you think that the mother that Mary was dropping knowledge on who do you think that she ever told the brother and the sisters that your brother is the Messiah?
That she told them?
Yeah, because she knew. She knew already.
No.
Do you think that she told them like, yo, we got the man, like he the king? Do you think she ever shared that with anybody?
She didn't tell them. The text, she kept everything in her heart.
Con. Okay.
Yeah, she didn't tell them.
Remember you said, who's my mother? Who's my brothers? The ones that do the will of the Father is my.
Yeah, but he's talking about his mother. His mother didn't tell his brothers the events that happened. She told him eventually after he resurrected from the dead and all of that. She then told him, and that's why we about to read. They all came in.
So
all of them came in.
You don't think they knew about the virgin birth at the time either?
No.
That's too much to them than being kids to hear that.
They probably wouldn't,
without nothing happening.
Listen, the thing about telling children about that, they might go tell someone it might be a problem for you. You know what I'm saying? Because what you're saying that you got pregnant without your husband, you just want you stoned, right? It's best for you to keep that to yourself. See what I'm saying?
Because we're not in those days and times no more. So
no.
Now we can discuss it all. But yeah, they probably couldn't even really lead on to what happened there.
Yeah. That's something miraculous, man. Like people don't want to believe that, man. You know what I'm saying? Or what? Man, anyway. Not
it's a miracle, baby.
Don't believe it. Do not believe it. All right, can we get 1 Corinthians chapter 9, verse 5? 1 Corinthians chapter 9, verse 5.
You want this?
I'm saying, listen, it's easy for anyone to say something after the fact. If you're literally in the family of the Messiah, man, yeah, right. You saying that now. You have all this information and stuff 2,000 years later. If you was back then, you wouldn't believe. Right? Remember, Christ even said, remember when you told that guy, that dude that died? He said, if you come back he said, they still wouldn't believe if one came back from the grave. Is what he told him. That's how far they would not believe. Wow. Even right now, if someone that died, you saw him again, what would you say? He didn't die. That's what you immediately. You would never believe he came back from the dead. You would never believe that part of it. I resurrected from the. We talking about resurrected. You kidding? You were never dead, bro. Stop lying, man. You playing games. You were never dead, man.
Something's going on here.
Something's going on. It was some different body in that box. That wasn't you. I wouldn't believe it.
what makes sense to you and you try to map out.
I'm trying to say it ain't as simple as just believing, bro. Like you say, but Christ didn't hold it against them. Christ didn't hold it against his brothers. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm about to read right now that they all came in. Go, you got that?
Come.
Go ahead.
1 Corinthians chapter 9, reading at verse 5.
Come.
We have not power.
Have.
Have we?
Not power to lead about a sister, a wife, as well as other apostles, and as the brethren of the Lord and Cephas.
And Cephas, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, Paul is saying we have power to lead about a sister, to direct a sister, a wife, you know what I'm saying? As well as other apostles, right? Even as the brethren of the Lord, right? When you see this word brethren, see, this is not using a singular term. This is using a plural term, right? I wouldn't call it an individual brethren.
Right.
I call it an individual what?
Brother.
Brother, right? So when I'm saying brethren, I'm talking about multiple people,
Okay.
right? Yeah. So he's claiming here as the brethren of the Lord, meaning they're part of the church. All of Christ's brethren came in, right? And Cephas is what he's saying here, because we see all of them there in Acts chapter 1, verse 13. We're confirming here that all of them came in, because now, right? He came back from the dead. Right? Not only that, he went to heaven and then he what? Came back down. What are they going to say now? They have nothing to say. At this point, it's him. It's definitely him. No if and buts, because at this point, Mary's now what? Yes. I had him and I had no sex with Joseph. With the virgin birth, just as it says in Isaiah 7:40. Wow. You start laying the whole thing down. They're like, wow. They're like, what?
Wow.
Not only that, Christ himself came to James and made him the head of the church. Do you think the other brothers was there when he did that? Yes.
Yeah.
Joe says, Judas, they were there.
Yeah.
And probably sisters too. And they're like, all this time you were the Messiah? Yeah, all this time I was the Messiah. Y'all didn't believe in me. Oh, we sorry. We didn't believe in you. Oh, it's all good. It's all right. Y'all in now. Don't worry about it. I ain't holding nothing against you. Y'all good. But James, I need you to, you know what I'm saying? My father wants you to be head of the church right now. You know what I'm saying? I'm keeping it in the family. Right. My family at the church.
And James was probably the one that really did believe. He's like, I always knew you was the one.
Yeah, he chosen one.
See, right here.
You think that came to them after, like, we knew it was something special about you, but that was hitting their head. I just kept thinking in here like, it was something special about you, but I didn't know that.
I knew it.
I knew it was that.
Wow. Treat you a little better, man. I would have listened.
Paulie over here having a confession.
I can picture that's all running through there. How they mouth drop like.
Yeah. Man.
I didn't catch on to that when you was around.
That's crazy, huh?
Beating upside their head like, wow.
That would shock any man. Come on, man. Who that would shock? That would shock anybody.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? That is, I can't fathom that. My brother was the Messiah. Wow. Man.
Wow.
Not just the Messiah, the Son of the living God.
In heaven. Wow.
That helped create it all.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying?
So Judas, his brother, was really the one who he put head of the church. It was
James.
Son. He
James.
was.
Yeah. So his brothers came in, right? So his brother had to replace another brother. Acts chapter 12.
I got this one.
Starting at verse 1.
Acts chapter 12 from the top. Now concerning spiritual gifts.
Acts. You went.
Oh,
yeah.
Gosh. Is it a good catch?
Acts chapter 12.
Come on, Dave.
From the top.
Come.
Acts chapter 12, reading verse 1. Now, about that time, Herod the king stretched forth his hand to vex a certain of the church.
Go ahead.
Verse 2. And he killed James, the brother of John, with the sword.
See? So James, the brother of John, he's gone. Right? He's gone right here. This is brother of John. John, the apostle that wrote St. John, Revelations, 1 John, 2 John, 3 John. That's this John. His brother right here died. Right? So since then you have the Lord's brother now comes in. He's James. He comes in. Why? Because these two brothers right here, powerful, man. These are two powerful brothers right there. The one that just died, right? We get that in the book of Mark. Mark chapter 3, verse 7.
That was a shocking surprise, though.
Huh?
That was a shocking surprise from that. Like, it was you?
Bro, that is the biggest shock. I don't think there's any shock bigger than that.
Yeah.
Anything bigger than that?
No.
Nothing bigger than that, bro.
You're like $1 billion.
Because mom probably all the way didn't know. She knew.
No, she
But
knew.
she
She
knew.
didn't say nothing.
She knew.
She just
She almost died with
Zip-
it.
tight zip lips. She wouldn't say nothing.
Come.
See, that's where I'm kind of like, what's going on with Joseph?
What was
Joseph knew also.
Joseph was still living when this occurred?
What occurred?
Well, when Hamashiach Yahushua came back?
Nah, he been dead. He died sometime before the Messiah's ministry started. Yeah, we don't know just how long before, but we know before. Yeah, he's dead. That's why when we read the verse, it doesn't mention him. See, it's not just the carpenter's son. They don't mention him because he's gone. Right. All right, who got that?
Mark chapter 3, verse 7. But Jesus withdrew himself with his disciples to the sea, and a great multitude from Galilee followed him, and from Judea.
Hold on. Right, the right book.
Mark chapter 3, verse 7.
The wrong verse down here. Hold on. Yeah. Got the wrong verse down here. That's not the verse I'm looking for. Let me get it.
Was it 16?
Was it who?
Verse 16 and 17.
16. That's what it was. 16.
Come. All right. Mark chapter 3, verse 16. And Simon, his surname Peter, and James, the son of Zebedee, and John, the brother of James.
And John, so James, son of Zebedee, and John, the brother of James. See, that's James and John right there. Right? Go ahead.
And he surnamed them Boangerges, Boangerges, which is the sons of thunder.
Which is the sons of thunder.
Oh.
Right? So James and John is called the sons of thunder. Right? Meaning that these brothers here, when they speak, their voice is powerful.
Lift up thy voice and cry aloud.
Voice is powerful, right?
Okay.
They got a camp named that?
Yes.
Yeah.
Thunder.
Camp named Sons of Thunder. Right.
This is where they get it from.
This is where they get it from. Come. So these two were powerful. These are the same two that came to. These are the same two mother who came to Christ and saying, "When my son's first in your right hand, and left hand in your kingdom." That's good, right?
He said it's not mine to give.
Listen, how did this woman know that? This woman know he's the Messiah. right? And
Come.
she's rattling for her son to send him his right hand and his left hand.
Mhm.
Imagine that.
Come.
You know what I'm saying?
Wow, yeah.
The woman, she locked in, bro.
Come. That's a lot to be done scoped out. Like you peeped all that out.
She's observing. You know what that means? She listening.
Come.
She catching what's being said in what's being taught in the Old Testament. She like, hey, if he's gonna his kingdom, he's gonna rule. He's gonna rule.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta get my son up there.
Mm-hmm.
She catching it.
Mm-hmm.
She up there acting. I ain't mad at her. I ain't mad at her one bit.
Come.
So she must have came out here real sweet though. Like,
Of course. You know she did. No woman.
sweet talking and all that. Like,
Somebody brought us some pastries or something. Hey,
Oh, yeah.
hey.
Unleavened bread.
Living bread with sweet honey and something. Sweet it up. And she wanna and her sons backed it up too.
Mm-hmm.
His sons backed it up too. He was like, could you guys drink in my cup that I'm drinking up? They were like, yeah, we could, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like, yeah, we'll drink up your cup.
Come.
He said,
Mm.
you guys are on. You guys are on. You will drink from my cup.
Mm-hmm.
You will.
Mm-hmm.
And the first cup we just read it there in Acts chapter 12.
Come.
Being put to death. Like Christ put to death.
Mm-hmm.
James was put to death right there. Eventually John himself.
Mm-hmm.
So they did drink up. Hey, you want that position after Christ? That's how it has to go down.
Come.
You know what I'm saying?
Come.
And we can see why they are sons of thunder.
Come.
Who more better to be right next to Christ
Come.
than these powerful speaking men?
Mm-hmm.
and that's how his voice was.
That's how their voice was, right? See, you don't think of John as like that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Remember, John is the disciple that said that Christ loved.
Come.
You know what I'm saying?
Come.
And I bet you because the power in their voice,
Mm-hmm.
right? I bet you their voices was like Christ's voice. When Christ took authority,
Baritone.
that's how they were.
Come.
They're probably the same way. Very strong and vocal.
You think certain Jamaicans carry that voice?
Huh?
Think certain Jamaicans carry that?
Certain
type of
can
voice?
carry that voice. Yep. Certain of them do. You know what I'm saying?
Super masculine.
Huh?
Masculine.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
One of them, what's the name? Shaba. He had a powerful voice.
Oh yeah. Listening to him last night.
Yeah. He had a powerful voice.
And that's the thing that I noticed. That is so weird. When he started singing, I was like, man, that voice is powerful. I'm like, wow.
Yeah. Wow. He had that strong vocal.
Mm-hmm.
So Christ's brother looked like he replaced this James right here.
Come.
Because he died in Acts chapter 12, verse, right? So he looked like he replaced that James. All right. But going back, we see Peter, and then it says those three who seem to be pillars, right?
Mm-hmm.
We read back in Galatians chapter 2, verse 9, that James, who replaced the James that died in Acts 12, and then you have Cephas, who was Peter, Simon Peter, and you have John, the pillar. It seemed that was being set up from Christ's ministry, right?
Mm-hmm.
Matthew chapter 17, verse 1.
Matthew chapter 17 from the top.
Go ahead.
And after 6 days, Jesus taketh Peter, James, and John, his brother, and bringeth them up into an high mountain apart.
Why these three? Why only these three? The same three that we talk about, not the exact same three, because one of them died in 12, but there's another James, the Lord's brother. Paul is saying these men seem to be pillars. You can see earlier, Christ had who? Peter, and the two sons of thunder. Right there. Taking these three up to the mountain with him. Why these three? Because they was foreshadowing that later on, that's how it would be as pillars of the church.
Come.
These are the men in the forefront, not as like the leaders or anything, but these are the men in the forefront.
Mm-hmm.
These are like the prominent men.
Come.
The man with a whole lot of heart.
Yeah, these are the prominent men. As we see, each one of these men, each one of these simple, this James, he died. If this James didn't die, I think he'd have a book. Because Peter got a book, and John got a few books. If he was alive, remember he's the son of thunder.
Come.
He jump a lot of information, does he not?
Come.
Right?
Yeah.
He probably
His gospel is crazy, is it not?
Yeah.
The revelation is that
Oh my goodness. Really?
first, second, third John is all deep. Imagine what he would have dropped. His brother.
And they probably had to remove that.
Move that information.
Yeah.
So crazy he dropped. And Peter, his book is deep as well.
Oh yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Peter's book is going to tell us that Paul went to the Israelites.
Come.
And he talks about judgment starting at the Lord's house first. When he talks about the 1,000 years to the Lord is a day to us, he brings all of these stuff up in here. Peter doesn't want to drop all this stuff.
And he didn't want to tell you that Paul's writings are confusing. If you're not an Israelite, you ain't gonna catch it.
He's going to also tell us that a man's seed is corrupt.
Oh yeah, Peter put it down.
Book is he's going to talk about it. A nation of priests.
Come.
You're a holy priesthood.
Come.
A royal priesthood, a holy nation, right? Peter dropped all this stuff in his book. Deep. I guess imagine, man, James, that'd have been more powerful, bro. Powerful. All right, let's get another one here in Mark chapter 5 of 37. Mark chapter 5 of 37.
I'll tell you.
Go ahead.
Mark chapter 5, read that verse 37. And he suffered no man to follow him, save Peter and James and John, the brother of James.
Right. So when he's going in, he don't want no one else to follow him, just those three, right? Go ahead.
38. And he cometh to the house of the ruler of the synagogues and seeth the tumult and them that weep and will greatly.
Weep and wail.
Weep and wail greatly.
Go ahead.
39. And when he came, and when he was come, and he saith unto them, why make ye this ado and weep? A damsel is not dead, but
the damsel.
The damsel is not dead, but sleepeth.
Right. So he's going here to resurrect his sister, right? But what I'm pointing out here is that look who he takes with him.
John, James,
and Peter again. Just those three. Those three see his transfiguration on the mount. Those three then when he's resurrecting his sister. You know what I'm saying? These are the three he's consistently taking with him. And let's get Mark 14:33.
Mark chapter 14, verse 33.
Go ahead.
And he take with him Peter and James and John, and began to be sore amazing and to be very heavy.
Very heavy. This is when he's getting ready to die. He's gonna pray to the Most High. Go ahead.
Verse 34. And said unto them, my soul is exceeding sorrowful unto death.
tarry ye here and watch.
So he want those two to be watched, be watching out while he's gonna go a little bit younger and he's going to go pray. So you want those three, yeah, y'all three, y'all stand and watch. Again, it's the same three again, right? Who eventually we saw two of them came to be pillars of the church. He always had these three separated. There was something about these three right here. And we see, right? These are the ones that he obviously that I might have to shower wanted to be with him. They became ultimately the pillars of the church. All right, go ahead.
Verse 34. And said unto them, my soul is exceeding sorrowful unto death. Tarry ye here and watch.
Go ahead.
And he went forward a little and fell on the ground and prayed that if it were possible, the hour might pass from him.
So he's praying there, and those three was with him again, stand watch, right? So those are the three who seem to be pillars except for James because he died in Acts chapter 12, right? From there, let me get that verse. Anyway. James chapter 1, verse 1.
James,
Chapter 1, verse 1.
James chapter 1 from the top. James, a servant of God and of the Lord Jesus Christ, to the 12 tribes which are scattered abroad, greeting.
Right, so this James right here, see, he does not specifically say that he's a brother of the Lord. He says he's a servant of God and of the Lord Jesus Christ. So people are saying that this is the Lord's brother, right? They're saying this is the Lord's brother. What we have here does not specifically say he's the Lord's brother. He could be the Lord's brother, but we're not sure. You see what I'm saying?
Well,
Yes, sir.
was the other James the leader of the church too, or was it?
No, there was no leader of the church. The leader of the church was the Lord's brother.
Okay,
Right? The other James, when he died.
Oh.
If there was any leader of the church before the Lord but I think the Lord made his brother the head of the church right when it was up in that upper room.
Okay.
Like, not upper room, not at the upper room. I think when he resurrected, and maybe he had gone.
Okay.
And they would meet him every 7 days.
Right.
Them other days, I think he went to his family.
Okay.
Right or wrong?
Yeah.
I think he went to his family. Remember, when he resurrected, he was still here for 40 days and 40 nights.
Wow.
I think it's at that time he went to his brother James and he made him the head of the church. I don't think it's after, right? Because we're going to read it. But again, this doesn't specifically see. When you go to tradition, they're going to say that this is the Lord's brother. I would lean more toward this is the Lord's brother. I just wish he would have said he's the Lord's brother here, so without no question. See what I'm saying? So you better, you know what I'm saying? But tradition has it that this is the Lord's brother, you know, specifically said, right? This is James. Let's get Jude 1:1. We got that.
I got it.
Go ahead.
Jude, from the top. The servant of Jesus Christ and brother of James,
to them that are sanctified by the Most High, the Father, and preserved in Jesus Christ and called.
And called. So this Judas, this is Judas. And he specifically says he's the servant of Christ and he's the brother of James. See, he tells us who his brother is, right? Now, if this James here is the Lord's brother, then this is the Judas that we read about, one of his brethren.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
In the gospel. Right? So I wish that other James would have said that he was the Lord's brother. Then we'll know who that is, because we know who this is. This is Judas, the servant of Christ, the brother of James, letting us know. Right? So I think that's the reason why this book is in here. They think he's the Lord's brother. They think that this Judas here is Judas, the Lord's brother. Because there was a lot of question mark on this book putting it in. Because this book kind of quotes Enoch. So they got an issue like, man, no, let's take it out. It's quoting Enoch. He ain't quoting Enoch, it's quoting Enoch. So it's making like Enoch is valid. So they want to take it out. But because they believe that this is the Lord's brother, they're like, man, it's the Lord's brother. Check yourself.
Before you rich.
You're right. They're like, we gotta put it in, man. We gotta put it in. The Lord's brother outweigh that.
That's not man pleasing.
We gotta put that in, brother. You're tripping.
No. You can imagine Christ looking at you like, why his book ain't in the Bible? What is going on?
What y'all doing down there, man?
Come on. It's not funny. Wow.
God. Hold on. Just me and email that. All right.
No, Sir Smith Pop.
You know he's working. He was on, but he's working.
I thought he would have stayed on and go.
He was on for a minute. We was doing that little thing for a minute. Yeah. I had to go ahead and correct him a little thing and everything, and get him straighten them out.
He got to go back to the beginning of the show.
That's what I told him. I said, you gotta see the beginning of the show. You
Mm-hmm.
know what I'm saying? The beginning of the class. You gotta get the beginning of the class. Yeah. We can get one more verse, man. We can get one more verse and shut it down, man. Shut it, one more verse. 1 Corinthians chapter 9. Oh, sorry, 1 Corinthians chapter 15. 1 Corinthians chapter 15. I think it's verse 9, if you understand it. I thought of verse 3.
Verse Corinthians, verse 3.
Chapter 15.
Chapter 15, verse 3.
Starting at verse 3.
1 Corinthians chapter 15 and verse 3. For I delivered unto you first of all that which I also received, how that Christ died for our sins and according to the scripture.
According to the scripture. So Paul is just telling you what he received, right? From the apostles and everything else. Who received a lot of it from his mother, Mary, right? And not only that, and there were other witnesses and stuff there, right? That also fill in the gaps. Like there was a man, Luke talks about named Mannion. I did a class on Mannion, right? Mannion was there to fill in the certain gaps when there was no apostle around. He was there. He's like, no, this would happen. I was there. You know what I'm saying? He worked in Herod's palace and different things. And then John himself, John worked with the high priest. So when Christ went into that building, you wouldn't know what went down. But John went in there because he was able to go in there. He worked with the high priest, so he detailed what happened inside of it.
Man.
Right? So you had many people that's when it all came together, when they sat down for a council, you had a lot of men who came in and was filling in the gaps. So Luke was saying, man, this thing, it said this guy wrote, this guy, they said, I'm trying to get it all in order for you. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody came in, putting a little piece on events of what happened and trying to line it up. It was a lot of stuff, man.
Wow.
Yeah, a lot. That's why John said if it all could be written, the world couldn't contain the books. There was so much stuff that they were saying.
And this is a big book.
Yeah, it's yeah, this is only one. You know what I'm saying?
Come,
It's a book full of books.
come,
It's multiple books,
come,
right?
come,
Because
come,
Matthew's a book,
come.
right? So Paul just saying he delivered what was delivered unto him, what he received. All right, go ahead.
Verse
4.
4, verse 4, and that he was buried, and that he rose again the third day, according to the scriptures.
Yeah, right. So these brothers, Genesis, which is Greek, or Genesis camp, talking
Come,
about how he talking about Hellenized, y'all Hellenized. He talking about how Christ was in the grave for 3 days and 3 nights. It's right here. He said, and he rose again the third day.
come.
Well, I got the book with the original name, Genesis in it. Here, what is it, Bereshit?
Huh?
No, not a book. You said Genesis is Greek, right? But I got it in Hebrew.
The Bereshit,
Yeah.
come. In the beginning,
I'm just saying they're naming themselves Greek. That's why I told him. I said Genesis is Greek. You can name yourself Bereshit for something. Like, you claiming to be Hebrew, name it something Hebrew,
come.
right?
Come.
That's Hellenized. You know,
Sit right here, right?
huh?
That's right.
Yeah. You will name yourself Genesis.
Come, yeah.
You name yourself that. He don't know what he's talking about.
It's that.
He's a Greek.
But I told him he can't refute it. If you tell him Genesis is Greek, what is he gonna say? He can't say you lying. It's the truth.
He's a Greek Israelite.
It's a Greek thing.
Yeah, he's
So is Exodus. The name that we have in the those are all Greek stuff. Those from the Greek.
Wow.
And then he's a Hellenistic Jew.
Of course he is. You don't want to admit it though.
Hellenized.
I told you.
Come.
I said you Hellenized, bro. You're
Well, that's what
congregation
happens when you're living in America.
Yeah.
You got citizenship in America. Paul had citizenship
Yeah.
somewhere. And
Yeah, but we ain't finna go around calling our congregation that. We
No.
ain't finna go do nothing like that.
he's just trying to be stand outish. Well, we're gonna use Genesis.
Big G's. Put them big G's in the chat.
Yeah, sure.
That small G in there.
Gonna get punched in the
So he claiming that this is what he don't understand something. He say, man, it says right here and that he wrote the third day. He said, well, see, he
Come.
wrote the third day. So what are you talking about? Because they can't count. They can't count.
Mhm.
Jesus Christ went in the grave Thursday, daytime, at 5 p.m. Sun wasn't down yet. Still the daytime.
Mhm.
Still the daytime. Right? If the sun was down, then it'll be the next day.
Mhm.
Right? So you had to put him into the tomb at least by 5 p.m. Right? That Wednesday.
Wednesday. Okay.
Before the sun went down.
Come. Wednesday.
So it was
Sunday.
still a day.
I'm saying when he went in.
Come.
Because they don't understand how to count.
Right.
You don't start your count there.
Right.
The count don't start there. I'm telling you when he went into the grave. You don't start the count there.
Right.
Start your count when the sun go down.
Come.
That'd be the first day.
When the sun go down, you start your right.
Yeah.
That's your first night.
That's the
First
first
night.
night.
That's your first night, right?
Come.
Yeah.
So what is that?
First day. First day.
That's Wednesday night.
You're right.
Wednesday night.
The sun just went down,
Went down.
right? That's Wednesday night.
Wednesday night.
Yeah,
Right?
night.
That's the first night.
Come.
Then you have Thursday morning.
That's the first day.
That's your first day.
Come.
Then you have Thursday night,
That's the second.
night.
your second night.
Come.
Then you have Friday morning.
That's the
Then
Then
second.
your second day.
Come.
Then you have Friday night.
That's the
Third
third.
night.
That's your third night. Then you have Saturday morning.
That's the third.
That's your third day.
Come.
And he arose that day at 5 p.m.
Come.
right here.
Come.
And he rose again to what? The third
Third day.
D-A-Y,
Come.
day.
Come.
That's right. But
So they can't count.
so the Shabbat. So he rose that on the day of the Shabbat.
Yes, he rose right before the Shabbat's about to end, right? The Lord of the Shabbat rose on the Shabbat.
That's amazing.
Does that make any sense?
That's amazing.
Complete sense.
Yeah.
So you can't So you can't get Thursday, or you especially can't get Friday.
Nothing works. It has to be Wednesday.
So, cause if the sun went down Friday night,
Yeah,
that's the first night, and then the second day,
count is all off.
and the
Huh.
second night, and
It's all off.
Yeah.
damn, that's 2 days.
If it's Friday, then you have Friday night.
Come,
That's your first night. Then you have Saturday morning, the
come,
first morning.
come.
Then you have Saturday night, the second night. Then you have Sunday morning, right?
Right.
The second night, the second day.
Second day.
Then you have Sunday night.
Right.
That'll be your third night,
Right.
right?
So it's
Then Monday morning is your third day.
man.
Saturday is your first day. Sunday is your second day, and Monday morning is your
it's
third day.
Come.
He would have to have rose sometime Monday when the sun is up. And we know he been left. They went
Wow.
they went the first day of the week. Sunday he was already gone.
Come. Stone rolled away
So
everything.
they can't count.
Yeah.
See, they claim to be Hebrew, but they don't know Hebrew reckoning. How you a Hebrew but don't know Hebrew reckoning?
Mhm.
This is how he was. We count our day when the sun go down.
Mhm. So all of Israel did that though, right? It wasn't like no different sects that started the day and when the sun was up. We all did that. Everybody did the
Everybody
sundown. Come.
Everybody did the sundown thing. I don't know what they talking about. Everybody did the
Come.
sundown thing.
Come.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Esau starts his day in the middle of the night.
The Israelites thought they sundown the day of the sundown because what God told them.
Come.
These guys they don't know how to they don't know how to read.
Mhm.
Their comprehension is off. Brother gonna tell me, oh, the Bible says they thought that when the sun is up, book chapter verse says that.
Mhm.
Just right here in Genesis, man.
What
It says, and God said there be light. There it is right there. God said there be
Yeah.
light. What he said, bro?
Was that
Who said that?
Judah Mack?
The dude, son, the guy named son, a small He's supposed to be a atheist, but you know he knows the Bible, so he trying to correct it. I said, dude, you don't know the Bible. I said, what did the Bible say? I said, before it said there be light, what did it say? He says that there was darkness on the face of the water. Then it said that there'll be light. I said, so there be darkness first.
Mm-hmm.
No, my brother, I didn't know.
I can't go with that. It said
Then he went and read it. He read what it say, and the evening and the morning were the first day, and he was cut. He said, you know what? See, I'll give you that, brother. Yeah, I'll give you that, brother. Yeah, all right. You do say that. And I know what it said. I know it's what it said. You don't know. That's what I said. You don't know the Bible, brother.
Right.
You coming up here, you an atheist, don't believe in no God,
Mm-hmm.
and thinking you know the Bible. It doesn't work.
Atheos.
You don't even know. He don't even know what that word even means. Atheist doesn't mean that you don't believe in a God. A means without. Theos means God.
Mm-hmm.
All it means you without God does not mean you don't believe in a God.
Mm-hmm.
It don't mean Antichrist.
No. They don't believe. They don't fool you. They believe in a God.
Mm-hmm.
It's got to be something
They
government.
believe in a God. They ain't finna tell you. Wow. All right, let's continue.
Verse 5.
Come.
Verse 5.
Want me to tell you?
I got it. And that he was sin of Caiaphas.
No, Cephas.
Cephas.
That's Peter.
Peter. Okay. Cephas. Then of the 12.
Then he seen of the 12. Right?
Mm-hmm.
So he saw Cephas first, then he saw the 12. Right? Go ahead.
And verse 6. And after that he was sin of above 500 brethren at once.
See, 500 saw him at once. After he was, it's all people that saw him after. To all the people that saw him after he resurrected, you would say all of them would come into the church. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
Of whom the greater part remain until this present.
So to this present day, to this present, right? The greater part remain unto this present, right? So even when Paul is in all this time, the majority of those people are still here. Go ahead.
of this greater part of this present, but some are falling asleep.
Some are falling asleep, right? Again, these men here and women, right, who are believers in Christ, right? How come they didn't die and go be with Christ? See, there's no dying and go be with Christ unless that's something that he wants to happen.
Wow.
These are believers in Christ. They saw him resurrected.
Come.
Paul said they had fallen asleep. Well, how come Paul didn't say, well, no, they were there with the Lord?
Wow.
He didn't say they were with the Lord. He said they fallen asleep. He said that they died. And they believers in listen, we talking about people who saw him resurrected.
Come.
Do you know that they believe they saw him?
Oh, he here with holes in
They see all of that.
Wow.
Right? So they didn't die and be with the Lord, they are just falling asleep.
Wow.
So it ain't everybody that died, that believe in Christ, died and go with the Lord. That's all made up stuff. That's not true. All right, go ahead.
Verse 7.
Yeah.
After that, he was seen of James.
See, that's his brother. See, he saw it. And this is what I was trying to say, that when this happened right here, probably the other brothers were there too. Right? And maybe his sister, maybe even his mother was there too.
Wow.
And that's where he made his brother the head of the church when he went and saw him. Because why would he visit his brother?
Okay.
And then all of a sudden, brother became head of the church. Go ahead.
All the apostles.
And then of all the apostles, this goes to show you they were not just 12.
Right. Right. Wow.
Other apostles, other than the 12. Those are the 12 was the one that were just rolling with him. But he had other apostles, like the 70. They are apostles, okay? They were sent out, meaning they were apostles. Right? Go ahead.
And last of all, he was seen of me also as of one of born out of due time.
Right. He was last seen of me also as one born out of due time. All right, so we have that. So with that,
You got new
stop the
verse
lie.
9? What's that? Oh, you're gonna stop the lie.
yeah, you should want to read verse 9, you said?
Yeah. Because it says, for I am the last of the apostles that am not meant to be called an apostle, because I persecuted the church of God. So I don't know what he was saying, but
That's Paul.
That's Paul. He was making heavy of the church before he got converted. He was arresting them.
okay.